She just don't come up. Oops.
Hey,
Okay.
y'all.
I know the people been waiting, honey. You've been dropping them joints.
I've been trying to, everything that I get, I try to share with my love buds.
As you should.
I try to share. Sorry, I'm doing hair, so I forgot I had a hair appointment today until the last minute.
I'm doing hair right now, and I retired a long, long time ago. You better know I love you. You got me so happy right now. I will this off.
Hey, ladies.
Hello. All right, one second here.
I'm gonna be real quiet today.
Miss Arnetta,
Love.
I'm gonna drop you to the back, okay?
Yep, go right ahead.
All right, can we share the live out, y'all? We're gonna have a guest on the live today. So share the live, share the love, share the vibe. Y'all know the drill. If you're not following, go ahead and hit that follow button. Join the fam bam. Catch this vibe. If y'all catching the replay, hashtag replay in the comment section. Please spam the fuck out the hearts. Let's get about 100 shares on this live, y'all. Let's just
Feel juicy.
all right. I'm gonna go ahead and share it out as well. 1 second, Purple.
I'm gonna share as soon as I get a chance. My hands tied up, but I got you.
No, you good.
All right, I'm back.
Oh dang, we was just sitting here in silence. I thought y'all just couldn't hear me. My bad, y'all. I didn't know y'all could hear me.
I could not hear you, but if you was talking, I had
I
muted
wasn't even
myself.
talking. I thought I had left the live. But all right.
Anybody came in the room? Hey,
Let's
everybody.
do it.
Can we get some shares? Y'all miss us?
Please and thank you. Hey Maureen, hey Nikki, hey Sonia, hey Miss Billy, what's up? My fault 304. Hey, who are you? What's up, Chrissy? Chrissy, hi my baby, I miss you. Hey Linda, hey Dimples, hey Christine, hey Love. What's up, China? I miss y'all. Yes, period. Shared. Thank you. Yes, finally my favorite panel. And we here. We
I
love,
feel
we love.
special.
I'm sick, y'all, so please don't judge me. Hey, Marie.
Yes, my baby got out her sick bed for us today, okay? We
Hey,
could not miss this little action, honey.
girl, because they did the most. I seen them over there having lunch or dinner or breaking bread or feasting the Last Supper, whatever the hell you want to call
What
it.
you call?
On the other live, I said, "Now what was it?" Because I could have sworn I watched the live last night where they was dogging each other, and hey, I mean, it is what it is. To each his own. As you should. What's up, PJ? Hey, Vera. Hey, Miss Bridget. Hey, Gloria. I've been wanting. I got my notification and hauled ass here. Period. I've been waiting. Excuse me. Hey, Christine. All right, y'all. I'm trying to prepare this head so once I'm. Oh shit! Oh snap! I see some people in the back. All right. Well, we go. How many shares we got?
Hold on, let me look. I got my hands a little free right now.
How many shares we got before I introduce our guests?
1 second. We on toxic, right?
Right.
Yeah. So far we got 36 shares.
Oh, I
How
know.
many people? We got 79 people in the room.
We
I
got
know y'all can do better
105
than
people
that.
in the room.
Share us out to some groups. Share
This
us and tag a friend. Tell them come join the show. I just shared us out too.
I think all this shit is fake. For real, girl. If it was fake, I'd be in my bed watching with you. Shit, I ain't got. I have no dog in this fight.
Okay. I don't think it's fake. It's a lot of people helps being tampered with during this process. So I ain't finna fake it and come tell you my business, baby.
Hey,
And it don't-
Keisha. My head's spinning from the fuckery, girl. Hey, ladies, let me get my red cup and my snacks. I've been ready for y'all. Period. Get your snacks, get your drink, get your Tito's, put your cups, roll your blunt, and let's go. I don't want to wait I don't want to make my guests wait too long, y'all. So come on, let's show some love, share the live, share the live. Hey, Froggy, what's up, baby? They do anything for money. They had a major meeting. Ooh, Aretha. You think that's what it is, Aretha? Hell, I guess we'll see. Ask the right questions, Aretha. What's up, pretty Nikki? All right, y'all. So just to give a disclaimer, we don't do no interviews over here. I don't believe in no interviews. I'm not no journalist or nothing of the fashion. It's just you come over here, you sit on the couch, and you pop your shit. You say what you want to say. You talk about what you want to talk about. I'm gonna ask the questions that I got to ask because, as she said yesterday, I just wish people would go to a real bitch panel. Yeah, this is all it is over here. I'm just asking the questions. I don't know these people from Adam and Eve. I don't have backdoor conversations. They say they want to get up here and talk, and that's just what we do. We run it. This ain't no interview. I don't want to hear nothing about she could have done better. What nothing to do better about. The lady wanted to talk, we let her talk. It's so fucked up. You think it's fake, but it's how these people are. Right? Nobody knows what's wrong or tight. Hey, ladies, what's up, Miss Letta? Let's get it. Let's go. How many shares we got? Who are you? It's 120 people in the room. Hey, everyone. Hey, Miss Karen.
We is only at 38 shares. I don't know if
Nah,
I'm
you gotta update. Ain't no way in hell.
40. Okay, 45. Still ain't. We ain't even at 50. It's like
I'm
355 plays though.
I'm at 46.
Me too.
The only one big factor is all this mess, and she always in the center of it, right? Share, thank
Right.
you, Karen.
Common denominator. Okay, boo.
All right, well, this is what I'll do. If we can't get 100 shares before this live is over, I'm gonna just delete the live after we done.
That part. So what you miss, you miss.
I'm gonna bring in our guest. Hey,
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's
Y'all,
what's
welcome. Oh, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I go by India Love on Facebook, and my name is Deborah. You can catch me at Deb Does It All. That's my YouTube channel. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, period. Well, nice to meet you, Bursky.
How you doing, Miss Deborah? It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Likewise, likewise, ladies.
I'm gonna mute myself. My background just a little loud. I'm going to the other room. Give me one
Mine
second.
too. Mine too. I need to turn this blow dry on. All right, Miss Des. So, how are you? What's up? I got the message that you wanted to have a conversation today. I haven't been following along too much, so I don't know the background of everything. So, can you kind of give us a little bit of a spiel, a background, who you are, how you got involved with all of this?
Okay, well, I know Ivan. I was involved with him. I started talking to him at the end of March. The exact date I believe would be about March 21st. That's when we started first conversing on Facebook. You know, I reached out to him first initially for some, business stuff on some trees. And that's how we started communicating. So from there, it kind of just went into just like, just being friends, talking, having friendly conversations and stuff like that. And that's how it started. Yes, true. So yeah, basically all this stuff that's going on live, I'm really not an online person, so I don't, really be on here like that. I got involved with this whole situation because his sister started speaking on my name. So, and first my cousin actually reached out to Dimples and they had a conversation. So she was like, "You need to talk to Dimples." You know what I'm saying? You guys got a lot of things in common. She's going through some stuff. You need to get on the line with her and chop it up on some stuff. And I was just like, kind of just like, nah, I'm good on that. I don't want to, really too much get involved. But then just hearing, like my cousin just saying, "Girl, you guys need to talk about this because what Ivan is doing needs to come to a stop." And so I was like, you know what? That's true. So from there, that's when I reached out to Dimples, and I'm glad that I did because it was just so much to be shared and so much to talk about that. It's just really sad, It's really sad that a person is doing what they're doing out here and they get on this internet and act like nothing is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, or acts like everybody wants to be with him and wants him, but he's really nasty.
So
Really nasty.
I
Seriously.
I got a question for you, Deborah. So before reaching out to Ivan, what part of Ivan life did you see online? Was it not anything that had to do with what Dimples put out there when she went to the clinic and got tested? Did you not know about any of these things?
So when Dimples had posted that she had to get on multiple medications, I was at that time involved with him intimately. So we were already involved at that time intimately. And yeah, so I didn't know anything prior to until that post had came online. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I had already been getting like checkups and stuff like that. I go to the doctor on a regular, get my 6 month checkup or yearly checkup. So at that time, I had just had my checkup recently done, maybe like a month before Dimples posted that. So I was like, oh my God, I got to go back to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? So I get on the phone with him and I'm like, what's up with what Dimples is talking about? And he was like, oh, she a liar. She just be lying. She making up stuff because, she mad because I don't want to be with her. That's his big thing he always likes to use because you don't want to be with him. He will say that women make up stuff. So, with me just talking to him, I can only side with him and have his loyalty. So I'm like, okay, but I'm still like, I'm about to go get my checkup anyway. So he was like, cool. He didn't even ask me to get a checkup. That wasn't even on his mind. That's what's crazy too, is when all that was going on, he wasn't even like, you should go get checked up or anything. He wasn't even thinking about that. So I said, I'm just gonna go get a checkup, even though I just had already had my checkup. I
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm gonna go back, to my doctor.
Right.
So, my doctor was like, why are you back here? I'm in there crying. I'm like, this is going on. I talked to somebody on the internet, and this lady is saying she contracted some stuff from him. And so from there, she wanted to run all the lab results. She said, I'm going to run this. I'm going to give you a test for hepatitis, HIV, the regular STDs, chlamydia, syphilis, and gonorrhea, all that stuff. So I was like, okay. And she said, and I'm going to send you down here to get some lab work done so you can see if anything is contracted in your blood. So I'm like, okay. So,
Okay, hold on, pause there. I'm
okay,
sorry. So that we
go.
clear and everybody in the audience is clear. You
Okay.
were dealing with him during the time that him and Dimples was messing around, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but
Okay.
see, it was at the towards the end of when they were having their issues. So, online it was being told that he wasn't, because he would get online and say he wasn't. But before he came out to California to visit California, he had slept with Dimples at that time. So when he
Around
said,
Christmas time or
yeah,
what?
around
Okay.
Christmas time.
Okay.
But see, I was not talking to him then. I didn't start talking to him until March the 21st. That was the initial first time I started talking to him. But him and Dimples, I guess, behind the internet, they were still, doing their
Dealing with
thing.
each other. Okay.
Yeah. But to me, it was like, he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going on the online stuff. He would say that he wasn't still dealing with Dimples. It wasn't until I kind of pressed him out, and he said he did still have sex with her before, he came out here to California.
Okay, all right.
So
Yeah.
just to make sure I'm on the right page, you was dealing with him before he was dealing with Dimples, or during the same time?
No, like during
No.
the end of when they were having issues, that's when I started dealing with him.
So
When
it'd have
they
been
were
after Christmas. After he
after
after
Christmas. Exactly. My first time talking to Ivan was initially March the 21st.
okay.
Yeah.
Before that was y'all inboxing back and forth, messaging each other?
No, I wasn't talking to him before then. March
Okay.
21st was the first day we
I
started
love that y'all got
communicating.
these dates, baby. I appreciate these dates, okay?
Yeah, because I had to
Okay.
go back because I actually set the wrong date on the TEC panel, so that might come up too. Because they might say that I said May, because everything was going so fast at that time. So when I got up on that panel, I was already pissed off with people talking about my wig, misunderstanding what they needed to be focused on. That this man is out here taking off condoms and doing stuff he shouldn't be doing. So, but anyways,
Mm.
we will get into that
Okay,
because the
yeah, go
first,
ahead.
let's get into the first encounter when I first met up with Ivan. We talked, we had conversation, in the car, we smoked, whatever. And so then after that, we still kept talking. So he was like, I'm at this hotel room. If you want to come here, it was off of Prairie Street somewhere in Inglewood, right? First of all, I don't even do Inglewood in LA like that. But since I had already been conversing with him, I was like, cool. We were cool. We had good conversation. He started telling me a lot of stuff. So I felt comfortable with him. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll come out there. Went to the little crackhead hotel because I don't even do hotels like that anyway. So I'm just like, what the hell is this? And why is he in here? Because online, you would think a whole different thing, So met up with him because we were initially really supposed to have just got massages and went to go get something to eat. But he was like, I got a jacuzzi in my hotel room if you want to just come in here and chill in the jacuzzi or whatever. So I was like, I didn't really want to do that. But I was like, okay, cool. So I came out there. I didn't even get in that jacuzzi because, like I said, that hotel room is not even what I do. So we kicked it in the hotel room for a couple of hours and things started getting, so initially that first time, because like I said, we had been conversing on the phone before for a while before we initially hooked up. So that night we did do what we did, and Ivan took his condom off. So I'm after everything was like done, I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute, I thought he had it on, but he took it off. So that's what was great, that when I talk with Dimples, because the first encounter that she had with Ivan, that's the same thing that took place with her too. Ivan will take the condom off
What? Without telling y'all this wasn't a
without
mutual?
telling you. You understand what I'm
Wow.
saying? Without telling you. So it's like it's like a sex demon or a mental mind carrier. Like you're a carrier because he knows
Right.
he's got something. You know what I'm saying? And so you're gonna just take the condom off, and I'm thinking the condom is on. So I'm just like, he's wild for that. Never brought it up to him because of the stuff that we had conversed about between him and Maybay and all that. I already knew there was some issues there. So I didn't want to press him on why you took that condom off. And that's my fault. You know what I'm saying? That's where I messed up at the first time. I should have been able to address that to him, but I never did. And it was just kind of never brought up. We just kept talking. And Ivan plays the victim role very, very well. Okay. So he will always make you feel so sorry for him. And I think that's why, and I'm not going to say I think that's why I never even brought up why did you take that condom off, because I always felt sorry for this man. Because that's how he'll make you feel, If you see him online, he always plays this victim role, so you will feel very sorry for him. But he knows what he's out here doing. You know what I'm saying? You're taking condoms off and you're a carrier. You shouldn't be doing that, you know? So over time, just kept talking to him, feeling sorry for him, whatever, trying to help him out. And it wasn't until we was like at my house and spending like, kind of just more time with each other, hours and days, spending the night. He would be spending the night over here. I was flossing my teeth one night and I was like, I don't even know if I should say this, but I was flossing my teeth one night and I was like, Ivan, come over here, you know what I'm saying? Come floss your mouth. And I was like, open your mouth. And he opened his mouth, and I couldn't even freaking believe what I seen. It was just so much decayed, so much black stuff. He does not take care of himself at all. So I'm just like, oh my God, that made me feel even more sorry for him because I'm like, what happened? Why didn't you take care of that? And so I think what it was too, I was pressing him more. So like I was like, you're wearing all this jewelry, you're sitting up here with all this outside appearance looking all good from the outside, but why are you not taking care of yourself health wise, like with your teeth? And yeah, I think that's where we were kind of like indifferent because he didn't like how I was more like, you need to have a dentist, you need to have a doctor. So from there, that's when I started trying to really help him. I was like, okay, I'm gonna help you with the dentist because he looked so sad when I seen all that black stuff in his mouth. He looked so sad. He put his head down, and I'm just like, damn. I was like, let me help you with the dentist. Let me help you with a doctor. So after a while, I helped him. He went to the dentist. He didn't have no money at the time. So I was able to use my insurance card and help him clean his mouth out and stuff because that's what I told him I was going to do. I said, Ivan, I'm going to help you. And he was like, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. He's like, God is good. I appreciate you helping me because I need somebody in my life to help me like that? So
One
we
second,
got,
can I ask you a question? So I'm kind
yeah.
of looking at the comments in between, and a lot of people is maybe doubting you a little bit in regards to the whole dentist thing.
Yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure they will.
Do
But
you
I
have,
mean,
and
I'm
since
just
you
trying
paid
to.
for it and your insurance paid for it, I mean, is there proof that you could show that you sent him to the dentist? Because I mean, do we just meet random niggas and be like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna just send you to the dentist? Like, how, I don't understand how y'all wouldn't believe that part. Did he say he went to the dentist?
I took him to the dentist. But see, like I said, over time, we're already in like 3, 4 months of talking. We're already intimate. We were talking every day. So it's not like I just randomly met him and was like, come on, let's go to the dentist. And the way that I work, if I'm talking to you within months and if you're, down here orally doing stuff to me, you need to go to the dentist and get that fixed. I'm not gonna be messing with nobody with their mouth like that. So I was just trying to help the person as far as too where I would feel comfortable to even be still with him because I'm still of course still caring for him and liking him. So, it's not like it was just randomly. It was within a couple of months that we got to that point. So I'm not even reading the comments. I mean,
No, you good. You good. They put posted comments at the top of the screen as well, so if you
okay.
can't see them.
So you knew about Maybay and Dimples and still let him go in and can't tell the difference between a condom and a raw dog. Well, no, obviously I didn't, but so you knew about Maybay and Dimples. No, at the time I really didn't know nothing about Maybay and Dimples. I knew about Dimples when she posted the results of all that. Really, truthfully, with the Maybay stuff, I didn't really start looking into that until after a couple of months of dealing with him. I started looking at the whole Maybay thing, but I was only going by what he was telling me about the stuff that happened between him and Maybay when he was younger. So of course my loyalty was with him. So
Okay, so you wasn't like one of his supporters. You just like met him in person and ran with him.
no, I didn't meet him in person. I started talking to him online when I did. I saw one video of Ivan smoking this big blunt, and I was at the time I worked at the clinic. I said, "Hey, I can hook you up with some better weed." And that's how we just started talking. It was like friends at first. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we just hit it off and started. It wasn't like that. Me and Ivan had conversations being friends before we even got to that intimate point. Someone said, "Did you contract an STD or not?" So no, I didn't contract an STD. Ivan had my body have an allergic reaction, so therefore I had allergic reaction to his semen. So his semen had contracted an allergic reaction. Now, had I probably still kept having sex with him down the line after that stuff started happening with my body, I probably would have contracted something from him. And that's what my doctor told me personally, you know. So even at that time when he was with Dimples and her results had came out, my results had came out negative. So after she had what she had going on. I went down to the lab and I also got lab work drawn too, and my lab work results were negative. So the only thing that I have to do right now is I have to keep continuing to test so that we can make sure that anything did not contract in the bloodline. So who's to say for sure if I may go down 3, 4 months from now and get tested again, you never know. That's what I was told from my doctor too. So sometimes your results can come up negative because it probably hasn't contracted in the bloodline yet, but it can change later on, so you never really know. But every lab result that I had gotten done was a negative result. The only thing that was happened was that my body had contracted a reaction, which was I was allergic to his semen and I started swelling in my body. You paid for his dental care,
So
girl.
we've heard on here multiple times, by a couple people that something wasn't right with his semen. So I guess you should you wish you would have watched those lives, right?
Yes. I wish
So
I
your
would have
body
seen
started
this.
swelling, and they
Yeah.
just automatically said it was due to sexual.
Yes, it was due to his semen. So when the test came back, it was the allergic reaction to his semen, which caused the swelling in the body.
And I looked it up, y'all. It's real.
Oh, no, it's definitely real because I had a whole conversation with my doctor about it. I was just like, this is crazy. Like, I've never, ever seen that happen before in my life. It was crazy, you know? You paid for his dental care, girl. I said I paid for his dental care. Yeah, I did. Especially if you're gonna be going down on me for an hour or 2 hours because he likes to do that. I'm gonna pay for that because I don't need nothing to be happening to me with him orally neither.
So when was the last time you spoke to Ivan?
Like about 3 days ago, Ivan blocked me. So my doctor has sent me an email and she was like, you need to come down here for your testing again. And in 2 months to come down and just get some more lab work done. So I hadn't talked to Ivan. Like I was upset when I had the allergic reaction and he wasn't trying to come down here to go to the doctor because he was supposed to come down here and go to the doctor and get his semen, I mean, his lab work done too, but he didn't know none of that. Because the whole time when I was trying to get him to come down, I was like, I miss you, and trying to, pretty much butter him up just to come down so he would contact me. I mean, come down here in person so I can get him to go down here to the doctor and get the lab stuff done too, but he never wanted to come down here and face me again. So when I got this email from my doctor like about a week ago, I contacted him again and I was like, "Hey Ivan, I miss you. Let's go get massages and stuff like that," trying to get him to come back down to the house. Plus, I have his clothes and stuff like that. I didn't want to throw his stuff away. So I'm like, Ivan, why don't you just come down here? We can talk about it maturely and it's no problem. I'm not tripping off of you. I just want to have a conversation with you because truthfully, I really did want to have a sit down conversation with him because I wanted to know, was he scared to go to the doctor? Was he nervous? You know what I'm saying? You never know what somebody is feeling. So my whole thing was like, well, maybe he's scared or maybe he's nervous, but I wouldn't know that because after everything started happening, he didn't want to talk to me no more. So it was really like everything he would talk to me, but it would be very vaguely. So from after the allergic reaction, we stopped talking. And then when I got that email, I reached out to him again and tried to get him to come back down to the house, but he already felt it. And his spirit was saying, nah, he kept texting me like, I want to come, but he was like, nah, I don't know. You going to talk about me or you going to grill me. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm going to be cool with you. I'm going to be nice, Ivan. I just want to talk to you. But I really was going to grill him because he knows me by now. He knows that I'm about to just really grill you on why you don't want to go to the doctor. What are you running from? What's the problem? But this is not Ivan's first rodeo. He's been down this road before. And that's what my doctor was telling me too. When he acts like that, or when a man acts like that, this is not the first time he's been accused of passing stuff around. He's acting like a person who is a carrier and he doesn't want to acknowledge it or fix his problem, because he doesn't want to stop his behavior. Let's be real. He wants to keep doing what he's doing and he doesn't want to stop. Once he gets tested and finds out he has anything, He has to either acknowledge that and start telling people, or he can't be doing the things that he's doing anymore. So that's what I think he's really afraid of. I mean, I can't speak for him, but that's the only thing I can think of. And talking to somebody like a doctor who's been down this road with many different people who's contracted stuff from carriers, it's just that's what it seems like. So I don't know.
So exactly, do you mind if I ask you exactly what it was? I mean, there has to be a name to it, right? More than just you had an allergic reaction.
No, because it wasn't nothing that we can actually contract through the blood. You know what I'm saying? When they do the lab work and if it doesn't actually come up that this is what it is, the only thing they can have from the blood is just that my body contracted a reaction from his semen. That was the only thing they can detect. Because we did every test, like we did BV, we did the cotton swab, we
So
did
when you say you were
everything.
swelling, where were you swelling at? Because why did they automatically assume it was a sexual thing that made you, like semen made you swell? Like, why did it automatically become semen? I guess is my question.
In my stomach. So the swelling contracted in my stomach. Usually, that's where the semen shoots right through.
I was just gonna say I didn't want to be in your business, so he did ejaculate inside of you.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Ask her how could she do that insurance thing. I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you can
I guess they asked him how could you use your insurance under your name for him, and y'all not married or anything like that.
Oh, that doesn't matter. I know my
It don't matter. She
benefits
did it.
personally. You can do it through your carecredit.com card. You can pay for anybody. As long as you know that you have you're making your payments on your dental care credit card, you can pay for anybody. I pay for my kids to get their dental work done and stuff too. So you can pay for anybody. Just as long as the money is on the card. That's all they're concerned about.
So can I ask you another personal question?
Sure.
When you and Ivan was dealing with each other, was it anybody else you were dealing with during that time?
No, not one person. Ivan was the only person I was dealing with at that time.
Mm. Okay.
And somebody said, but just a week ago, you was texting him to come gamble you up, girl. By the minute he ignored your ass, you came to the internet. So yamp your gums. So to answer your question, like I did just say, he has stuff here. And if you know Ivan personally outside the internet, you have to butter him up and talk to him nicely to get him to even come see you. Because if you don't, he's not fucking with you, period. Cause Ivan is just a very you'll think he's mellow and shit, but he be talking and he be saying a lot of shit. But if you don't butter Ivan up, you will not get him to come down and see you in person. Cause like I said, I was still trying to find out what was he running from? Why was he scared to go down here and get his labs and shit? And I'm not about to go up to his house and what I'm saying, be looking for him and chasing him because that's really his character. That's what he really wants you to do. Ivan loves for you to chase after him. Okay. So if you know him, that's pretty much how you have to get him. And it's not like get him, but get him to understand, get him to communicate with you, get him to talk to you. That's just how you have to come at him. I'm sorry to say, but that's just the way, it is. There still was unfinished business there. Like after you had me going to this doctor and I'm still having to go down here more than often because I only was doing a 6 month checkup because of COVID. I was doing just a yearly checkup, but now because COVID had started coming out, my doctor was like, do a 6 month checkup. But now he has me coming down here every like 4 months just to check my blood and make sure there's nothing that's been contracted in my bloodline. So there's definitely unfinished business that I wanted to talk to him about. And if you listened, I said that Ivan kept saying, I want to come down there, but I don't know because you just going to talk about me. And because he knew it, he felt it in his spirit. He knew once he came down here in my face that that wasn't going to be a good thing. Somebody said, I work at the medical field as a nurse, and no insurance is going to pay for someone that's not on your plan. So make that make sense. Asking for myself. Okay, well, I don't know what medical field you're in, but if the money is on your credit card, you can pay for somebody's dental. So I paid $100 I charged on my credit card and $150 in cash for him. If that, and I shouldn't even be getting into detail like that because every medical office is different too. But you said the other day you started talking to him while he was with Dimples. What? All right. Well, is there any more questions or what? Do you feel like I covered everything, Shalay? Because these comments is just like delusional. Like I've just cleared everything. I pretty much like either people are listening or people are not listening. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is like women are still gonna want to smash on Ivan still to this day. He's a very handsome man. You know, don't get me wrong. There's women that are still right now that will still do it. So everybody be trying to act like they holier than saints and oh, you wouldn't do this or you wouldn't do that. I ended up talking to somebody that I ended up liking. You know, I liked him in as far as I was attracted to him physically, and I was attracted to him, you know, in a way where I loved our conversations. Even though I felt there was help in areas that needed to be there, I felt very comfortable with Ivan and he was cool. And that's just how things led up. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I do know is I stay going to the doctor. I stay going to get checked up. I'm not a perfect person. I may make mistakes. But one thing I'm going to do is always check my body, you know? And people don't know like what we're dealing with as women to go through what we're going through. You know, talking to Dimples makes me cry. You know, I cry now thinking about just everything that girl's going through. And then that's the sad part that people don't even see, you know, behind closed doors. It's real, you know. Every day it's a depression. It's a depression. Who wants to be going down here to the doctor and you're, you know, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I messed up too. I should have continued to have sex with him with a condom. But I didn't know until my body contracted that reaction, you know? I just was like, once my test was coming back negative, I thought everything was good.
Okay, okay, because I want to answer some of these people in the comments. So you and Ivan, you said you didn't know nothing about the sexually things until transmitted situation until Dimples posted her results, and that's when you started checking into yourself. Did you stop having intercourse with him?
Yes, after that time when the results had came from Dimples, we wasn't having sex at that time. We had stopped having sex when I went down here and I told him I'm gonna get my lab work. And that's when he was like, well, I'm gonna just go off of your lab work, whatever comes back. And that's I guess that's how he felt. You know, he was saying he didn't have insurance and stuff and he couldn't pay to get different tests done.
Okay, okay, and you were willing to help him do that.
Yeah, and I did do that too. I took him down to the medical office and stuff and was getting like the paperwork so that he can get a primary care doctor because that's what, you know, he needed and that's what I kept saying that's what you need to go down here and do and see what's going on. But yeah, we had stopped having sex until my results had came back negative. He was telling me Dimples was lying and stuff and I was just like, well, yeah, maybe she is lying because my results was coming back negative because he kept making it seem like she just wanted to be with him. And that's why, you know, she made up that. So I was just like, okay, well, once my results came back negative, I can only think, you know, like I said, I was loyal to him. So I can only think, like, okay, she's got to be lying because my results did not come back like that. And this was after Dimples had said she went down and got, you know, multiple medications. I had went down and got tested literally 2 days after that. So then it was about 6 days later, my lab results came in. They were negative.
So your blood test can't. You did do a full panel, and you got the blood drawn and all that, and you don't have what is it called, y'all?
HSV1 or HSV2 that they have.
Yeah, that.
What about the
Yeah,
other stuff? Wasn't there a couple other things like the Mengen or something? However you say it.
Right, you got a
yeah,
new the new infection that don't got a name or something like that. I mean, not don't got a name, Lord Jesus, but the new one that
That Minogen one or something like that. All of that stuff that I tested for came back negative. I didn't have anything at that time. And after, like I said, after maybe about 2 months after that, because once my results came back negative, me and him started going back and started being intimate again. About 2 months later, that's when the I had contracted that from the semen.
So was he still messing with somebody else? Could it have been somebody else that he started to play with in the midst? Because if you started to play with him and he was already, you know, finishing any from jump, two
I
months later,
mean,
all of a sudden you finally get.
yeah, 2 months later, I finally had contracted something, you know, later on. So that's crazy because, yeah, my results had came back negative. But then after that, that's when my body had contracted it. So that's when it had to, take a full effect on my body at that time.
So
But
you didn't
yeah,
have a BV or anything like that?
I didn't have no BV. My BV, my bacteria vaginosis test came back negative. I didn't have that.
And but he had all of the germs in his mouth.
I'm not sure if he had all the germs in his mouth, because my dentist didn't tell me until after that there was a lot of bacteria there that could have leaded down to his gum line. But if he didn't go to a periodontist, my dentist couldn't, wasn't able to let us know if he had the bacteria that was contracted in the gum line yet. There was just a bunch of decay and stuff like that that needed to be cleaned first. There's still part two of stuff. That's why I just really don't want to get into all that because that's real personal for him. He has to take care of that. He has to still go back to the dentist, get more stuff done before he can even go to a periodontist to see if there's any bacteria that's contracted into his gum lines. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done there personally, you know.
So okay, so now you've been tested.
Mhm.
He still won't come and give you any type of conversation, anything. Come get his clothes, nothing.
Nothing, won't come
Um,
get his shoes or clothes. So I guess, like I told him, I just was gonna throw him away.
so
I didn't
did he
want
live
to.
with you?
No, he didn't live with me, but he used to come back and forth, you know what I'm saying, here and other places.
Oh, like to Mookie's house.
Yeah, Mookie's house and another girl that's in California too. So he messed with somebody else that's in California. And that's another thing too. Like when I used to see stuff happening like with him on his phone and I'm braiding his hair, I would more so grill him like, how many women are you talking to? And I would just be like, I just want to be your friend because first of all, I can't be with a man that has all those different women in their phone. It was just active. So he would break down to me how many women he's talking to, and he would tell me like the different states they're in, because there was one that was in Pennsylvania, there was one in Vegas, there's one in California, there's me in California, and God knows who else,
So you
God
guys
knows
are
who
having
else.
these serious conversations about these people. Had you already stopped sleeping with him by this point? Or?
At this point, yeah, I was like, I can't do this. Every day I would wake up texting Ivan, like, I can't do this, Ivan. I can't. It's just too much going on. So he was like, well, we could just be cool then. And that's just how we ended up just started being just cool. It wasn't the more intimacy, it was just cool talking to each other very vaguely at that point.
Mm. So okay, you said your cousin with the dimple situation. After he wouldn't come, is that when you reached out or you told your cousin to reach out to Dimples?
I never even told my cousin to reach out. I just was telling her what happened. I said, girl, why was I still trying to get Ivan down here? And he ended up blocking me from his phone out of nowhere. Because the last thing Ivan said to me was, he said something like, I can't read it right now, but he said something in those terms like, oh, you're mad that I'm not about to come running down there because you sent me something. And he was like, no, I'm not coming down there. And then he just ended up blocking me. But from that point, we were talking to each other vaguely. So there was no problems. He just blocked me out of nowhere. So then I was telling my cousin the situation, and she was like, girl, he ain't gonna never get tested. Stop. Because she was already telling me, stop trying to get him to come down here anyway. But I was like, I'm gonna get him to come. I know he's gonna come. She said he don't care. He's the type of person he don't give a fuck. Why do you keep trying to get him to care about his what's going on in his body? And so that's when she was like, fuck that, I'm gonna reach out to Dimples. And I told her not to, but she still did anyways. And then from there, that's when she shared those messages and then they started talking from there. And then Dimples, posted it. Well, we told her, go ahead if you want to post it, because it was asked if she could. She was like, can I post? And I said, yeah, if you want to. I don't care,
So your cousin
because
actually watched Dimples.
yeah, she actually does watch Dimples and she loves Dimples. She
She didn't
loves
put
them.
you on about the whole situation when you was like, "Ooh, girl, let me tell you who I'm talking to."
No, she didn't start following Dimples till now, until Dimples started like on her spiritual journey with God and all that stuff. That's when she started, really watching her and stuff. But I would talk to her vaguely about what I was going through with Ivan and stuff, but we're not online like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't really start following Dimples and watching Dimples until she was like on her like spiritual journey and stuff like that. But
So
yeah,
I just want to go back a few steps. So when you discovered that he was removing the rubber off, you didn't put your foot down about that?
that's what I said. I think that's where I fucked up at. Well, not even think, that's totally where I fucked up at. But like I said, if you really know him, he really does play the
He's good
victim
at
role.
talking. He could
He's
talk
yeah,
talk
he's
down here. Oof.
and you will feel really sorry for that boy. I'm telling you, you will. You know.
Mm,
And so yeah, that's where I fucked up at, because I said it was more like a feeling sorry for him and wanting to help him more so.
mm.
But you're saying he's not past anything to you. So yeah, like I said, it was more like a just befriending him and feeling sorry for him and wanting to help him, you know?
You was trying to hide his baby?
Huh?
You was trying to hide his baby?
Trying to have his baby. That was said to me, he wanted to have a baby. He
Okay.
came to me wanting to have a baby and kept on asking me, did I want to have a baby? And that would be conversations we talked about. But that was like in joking matter for me. I didn't know he was really serious about it, but I guess he really was. Because
Mm.
that's his thing, is that he will just definitely just nut inside of you. He's not gonna pull out at all.
So when was you trolling Dimples? Around what time was that?
I think that was like maybe like the end of March, like when they was. I think when he, well, or no, actually, whenever that was, when she had stole his safe or something like that. I can't remember what date that was, but from there, when he had stole his stuff, he was or was it his cash app? I can't remember. I just remember something where he was complaining to me about her hacking into stuff and stealing stuff from him.
Mm.
So at this point, she had already put out her test results and stuff, but you thought that she was just lying and
Yeah,
No, I,
because she said she went to the doctor and got
yeah.
oh go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, tell it, girl, because that's what I'm trying to say. I went to the doctor all
So
by
she
myself.
basically saying that even after hearing that from Dimples and going to get tested and her test is coming back negative, she didn't believe it because
right.
her
But
test
my
was coming
question,
back.
I guess,
Go
my
ahead.
question is Dimples posted pictures showing this is what I got. I've been playing with him, and then multiple other people came up and said, "This is. I also have this. Woo 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 woo." But you still played with him even in the midst of. So at some point, yeah, they could have been lying saying they got it from him, but you didn't think that maybe he had got it from her. That wasn't a possibility.
No, I didn't think that. I didn't think like that at all. And when that video had came out, I didn't even see nothing but a picture. Like the picture that I seen, it just looked like it was like a hair bump, because that's what he kept on telling me. He was like, I always get hair bumps like that and boils. So
Hold
he
on. So
was like,
you seen the bumps too?
I saw the bump, like that bump picture that came out, and that's like
That was
during the.
multiple bumps. That wasn't one. It was
I
a
know.
few.
I did not see that until later on, like the actual video. I did not see that. Like when it came up, it was just like a picture. But it wasn't like you couldn't see the video and all that stuff coming out of there and all those clusters. I didn't see that clearly until just recently I saw the bump and then all that stuff coming out. I didn't see that before. I just saw like a picture, and at that time when it was a picture, it just looked like it was like a hair bump.
That
But
would have made me abort mission.
Bored all the way.
I
Cause
know, I
we
know,
gotta think, we gotta
I
do a little
know.
better. Cause
Absolutely,
this is outrageous right here. This is something. This is
absolutely.
different for me. You know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, a worldwide platform. Somebody is putting out there. Is that my phone?
Oh, sorry, that's my blow dryer. My bad, y'all. I told you I'm doing hair.
We
My bad.
okay. We on this is a platform of millions of people, watching, right? So the moment that she had put that out, and I get it, I empathize with you with saying that you went to the doctor and your stuff coming back negative, so you can only go off of your own experience, right?
Yeah,
And you took
exactly.
probable causes to go do what you had to do when you was aware of what was going on.
Right.
But my whole thing is, I'm knowing he had relationships with this woman. It's possible that, and if anybody looked up how HSV work, that it's a possibility you could dodge a bullet if they ain't having a breakout. You know what I'm saying? So maybe
Hmm.
that could be what
And that's
happened.
what I'm saying. I think what happened for me, that's why I be crying by the grace of God. I think what happened to me, like I said, if I would have kept having sex after the allergic reaction, it probably would have contracted some type of herpes form. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind. Had I been still continuing to sleep with him, yeah,
Hmm.
definitely would have contracted something. And to the question that feminine force keep asking, so why do you keep saying he's a carrier
What
if he
what?
can't get anything? Well, if he's a carrier, if I had a freaking reaction in my body, he done contracted something. A reaction in your body is already, that's like a warning sign. Like my doctor said, that is a warning sign to know that, you can't contract something with this person because their semen is not clean. Their semen is not cleaned out, feminine force. Because
Feminine
you do a
fears.
lot of fierce, whatever her name is. She does a lot of research. I mean, come on. I know you like to Google stuff too. And who's to say Google is always right? I sit down with my doctor. I talk to my doctor. Like I said, I'm not by far perfect. I fucked up by messing with this man without protection. But one thing I do is I take care of my body. I go get tested. And had I not was going getting tested at the right time, I would have contracted something by just saying, hey, nothing's going on. It's just me getting bloated or I'm sick or maybe I thought I was pregnant and I'm not. Cuz that's the thing. If it's he's carrying the bacteria, a lot of women are probably thinking they're just pregnant and they're not pregnant and he uses that all the time. This man is really good, trust me. He'll sit up here and want to get you pregnant, say you're pregnant because he knows you're going to contract some type of swelling. So
Mm.
it's really crazy. It gets
Well,
deep.
Dimples, you in the comment section. Did you ever have any swelling? Anybody else that's on here that ain't? I mean,
As
the
nurse
nurse.
for 20 years, she's lying about the blood test and ish. What is she talking about? Nurses be
I mean,
thinking
everybody body is just not
it's
the same.
different. Thank you.
Everybody body isn't the same. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Like our body naturally is a healer itself. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Like, come on, let's think a little bit. Like,
Absolutely.
I get it.
Absolutely.
She get it that she was goofy for doing the goofy of the goofy. Okay, you admit that,
Yes.
right? You was a
Yeah,
goofy.
I take accountability for that. Absolutely.
Okay,
Like my doctor was telling me too, your antibodies was fighting because they can see that too. They can see like a number level of your
exactly.
antibodies and how they're fighting something that you can contract. And
It's
my
all about your
antibodies were
immune system.
fighting.
Some people got a high immune system,
Absolutely.
some people got a low immune system. So some people
Absolutely.
bodies can fight off shit. I'm sorry. I don't know where we at. I don't mean to cuss. But I mean, come on now, y'all. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's just it's a part of life. Everybody done been through a goofy moment. It might not been to this extreme, but a lot of us done dealt with a nigga that done smooth talk us, done sweet talked us, and done made us feel good and done blinded us to
Facts.
reality. So I
Facts.
think that's what happened to these ladies. Like, I mean, we all been on the outside looking in at this man's story, feeling sorry for him. We
Yeah.
all have. We and y'all still is, especially a lot of y'all in these comments right now. So what I do want to ask you though is, did he ever mention May to you while y'all was together?
Yeah, Maybay was still texting Ivan the whole time, like, or they was still in communication. They've always been in communication. So yeah, they've They talk. You feel me?
Mm.
They talk all the time. You know what I'm
Me and
saying?
Ivan, I had to
Uh-huh.
turn my blow dry off.
May and I
Did I hear
May and
that
I
right?
and May and Ivan are in communication, and half of what that girl Jasmine was talking about is crazy. That's the same story I heard. So I don't
What
know,
part of the
but
story you heard?
Tell us, girl. Come on, we here now.
well, I did hear about the insurance thing. So that was said. You feel me? I don't know if it was true, but that was what was told to
So
me.
that's what I even told you that.
Yeah. He was
Ivan
like that
told you
she
that
was
too?
yeah, that she was waiting around for when she got her body done with the, you know, insurance and that. She always used to tell him, when you ready to come back home, when you ready to come back to your wife. You feel me? Because she the main controller. She controls everything. You know what I'm saying?
Everything. That's her
Everything.
empire. That's definitely her
Okay.
empire.
She definitely got that boy under control for real.
So they was communicating, like, and what he told you, or you peeked at his phone. Like, how you know that's who was calling his phone? He had on speaker. How you know?
Well, we used to. I have like a little place in my bathroom where we would smoke, and I seen it a couple of times when he had his phone, and then he would just tell me, he would just tell me that maybe that they still talk. He was like, I still talk to Maybe. He even told me too. He was like, one day he might just, if he go back to Texas, he said he might just sleep over there and spend the night. And I'm like, what? So
Oh,
I don't know what
spend
kind
the
of.
night at Mayday
Well,
house
where
was
the hell her wife
Yeah.
gonna be at? He's right.
he
Girl, it's a family affair. Shit, ain't nobody tripping. They
Hold on,
all.
Whitney ain't tripping.
I don't think so. From what I used to hear, like she was watching Ivan online, and and maybe they used to call him. Man, I don't know. It's too much. It's just too much. I don't know. Like I say, it's a family affair. Ain't nobody tripping. They all cool. Put it that way. They all cool, and they don't have no problems. But like I say, when you contracting and sharing and everybody sharing and people over there playing with themselves with toys and watching your husband get fucked by different people and they doing all that shit, I mean, come on, what do you think's gonna come out of that later on?
What
People are
happened?
gonna get sick.
mm.
Hold on. Who was watching who husband get do that what?
Oh, oh, y'all
What y'all
don't
call
know.
it? A book?
Ain't no
Oh,
Miss
y'all don't know.
Deborah. Uh-uh.
Go
Uh-uh.
ahead, tell us, girl.
I don't know.
This is a safe place. We keep secrets over here. Tell us.
I mean, I was just told, he would just be having sexual encounters and then she would just watch and stuff. That's what she gets turned on by, watching her husband and watching her partners do stuff together. You know,
Mm.
that's her thing. So ain't nobody tripping. Like, if they sharing each other or doing stuff, it's okay.
Did he tell you about the book?
Yeah, he told me about the book, a little bit about the book and stuff. And I mean, from what he
Go
hold
ahead,
on.
girl.
You know what? That part I'm gonna just leave out because you know what? We are all in the same state, so let's just leave it that way. You know what I'm saying? I still have to be
Deal with him.
precautious
Okay.
of safety measures. You feel me? I really do. Even though I got family, so if they want to turn up, it's always a turn up. If anybody want to turn
No,
up,
we don't promote
I'm just
violence.
saying
We don't
because you
promote
never
violence.
know. Just for my safety, you never know. People want to say they know where I live and this and that. Come over here if you want to. That's all I can say because I'm safetied up now. But you just never know. Like I'm just putting it out there because you
Yeah,
just
she
never
don't
know
feel
what people
comfortable.
do.
I'm not
Exactly.
trying.
I'm just saying you just never know what people do. But let's not even get on that note. But yeah, I don't really want to talk too much about their business because that's when he wants to discuss that and talk about that, because he doesn't talk about anything. If you guys notice, he's not going to say nothing. He's a puppet. He knows where he needs to stay in line at. You know what I'm saying? If you guys can put two and two together, all I said is I was just trying to help the boy. But he want to play games and play in my face and play on the internet. So let's take it to the internet. We wouldn't even be here today had you not played on the internet and played with me. Then you got your sister saying this, and then you're telling your sister that. And then not only are you just saying, oh, they miss me, they still want to be with me, they mad that they can't fuck me no more. No, nigga, we've been trying to get you to come in our face so we can tell you what the fuck we dealing with. That's what we've been doing. But you don't want to fucking come down and be a fucking man and take care of business. And all I was trying to do was see what was wrong with the boy. What's are you scared? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? So if you have to butter a person up and make them feel like you got to miss him because that's his character, that's just what you got to do because there's so many unanswered questions of things that he's doing. And you want to know. I definitely do. I can't speak for anybody else, but I can only understand if he's done this to other people because I know other people have gotten sick that mess with him, but they just either don't go to the doctor or they overlook it and don't care. Because I wasn't feeling no symptoms. And that's the crazy part because when all that stuff had came out with dimples and everything, I wasn't feeling nothing. My body wasn't going through anything. I had no odor. There was nothing going on. So I could have just been like, you know what, I'm good because I'm going to believe him and believe this girl want him and want to be with him. And I was like, I could have been that girl that said I'm not going to get tested, but I was like, I'm about to go down here and go get tested. I'm not playing. I have a doctor right on deck all day, every day I sit down with. So I was like, let me go get tested immediately. And so even when I get tested, like I said, my results came back negative. I didn't feel anything. So there's stuff out here where you cannot feel anything. You don't have no symptoms. You're not feeling sick. It's all up to you to how you handle your body and how you know your body and how you go get tested. This is what this is really about. This ain't about all this other stuff. It's just really about us women. There's women that still want to fuck Ivan. There's women that are still
Mhm.
threatening Dimples right now, threatening her. There's still women on deck that's gotten sick by this man and they're still loyal to him. This is a
So
crazy world we live in,
I got a
okay?
source actually that just was telling me that they pay so it's a girl out here that pay his car note. Is that true? Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, there was a girl that he said that was paying his car note. I think she was the Vegas one.
She still pay his car note?
They said, man, look, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, our conversations had been so vague after I had got sick and, well, didn't really, contracted that happened to my body. Our conversations started to be very vague. It was more like he just wanted you to not say nothing, follow suit, follow suit like all the other women do. Don't say
Mm.
shit and just get sick and go through this because you love me. That's how
Oh,
much you got to show Ivan you love him.
oh, baby, that's some sick shit. Let me tell y'all.
It's some sick shit. That's what I'm saying. People aren't even really looking in between the lines. Like, this is real,
It
you
is,
know?
and I don't know why would people want to play delusional about it, or I don't know what's going on, but it's happening right now, and I don't really know it because I just can't relate. I don't know what the fuck this is,
Mhm. It's
but
crazy. It's sickening. That's what it is. It's sickening. But everybody has their little outlet that they deal with in this world to whatever
But
makes them feel better.
I gotta be the devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? You became a victim just as well as I guess they're not. Nobody's gonna believe you. You barely believe Dimples. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mhm.
anybody just coming along for the ride and I guess playing with their health and their life. Y'all gotta do better, man. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
You're not playing the devil's advocate, girl. You really speaking the truth. I learned a valuable lesson, and that's why God will put you through these kind of, you
Fact.
know,
There you go.
exactly.
Say
God will
that.
put you through these kind of stories because wherever you're weak at, you got to get strong. So at that
Hmm.
point, I was weak. So you got to get stronger in those areas. I learned now that never again. And how to do things a whole lot better. Even though people will say, well, you're 45, you should know, and this and that. And yeah, you're definitely right. I am older, but at the same time, I am human. And
Hmm.
I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I just thank God to this day that I was the person that would go down here and make sure I got tested because this could have got ugly.
So what you said what you saw in his mouth? Did you ever see any breakouts in his mouth?
Oh God, yeah. So I mean, Man, yeah, there was bumps. And I
Wow.
remember he was actually going to the doctor and, taking care of that and getting antibiotics and stuff and swelling
Okay.
in the mouth, swelling in the mouth. He had some swelling in the mouth and stuff like that. And these were conversations too that we talked about. And he would go down to the emergency and just go and get some antibiotics. And I'm like, Ivan, that's like a temporary band aid. That's not going to fix it. Like at this point, you need to get a primary care doctor. There was nothing that we really could do until he had a primary care doctor who can send him to a periodontist or anywhere else he needed to go. Even though that's a dental thing, he still needed a primary care doctor who can kind of sign off for some things that he needed. And those were the things he said he wanted to do. And we were at a start of doing that, but I guess he ran, he didn't want to fully go through with that. He's not
So
ready
what
to
did what did
fix
he
it.
say that was in his mouth? Like did he ever get diagnosed? What was going on with his mouth?
Nah, he never just said. I think he was just thinking it was an abscess. That's his normal stuff that he uses is an abscess. And it's crazy because I was having a conversation with my dentist, and I can't really say too much because me and my dentist is very close. So everybody keeps saying, "Man, have her show her records of how she paid this with her credit card and stuff like that." I have a special relationship with my dentist. And so there's things that my dentist is able to do that he wasn't even supposed to do. There was some stuff he did extra in his mouth he wasn't supposed to do that would have costed more money. So after maybe about 2 weeks ago, I just had a serious conversation with him about some stuff that was going on in his mouth. So it's a serious thing, and he needs to get that fixed ASAP.
Mm, a abscess,
Because you
huh?
can have herpes breakouts in the mouth too. So just so you know, if you have HSV1 or HSV2, you can have those kind of breakouts in the mouth. So they will contract on your genitals, but they also can contract those are outbreaks. So they also can contract on the mouth, the lips. If you see anything, any type of form of just a little bump or bumps or those are outbreaks, and like my doctor said, most of the time they can even come from emotion, from if he's stressed out. So you can't just think he can just get it from sex. Like outbreaks come from stressing, when you're really emotional inside. Though that's when you contract an outbreak. And so if you're having sex with him without a condom and he's having that type of outbreak at that time, you can contract something.
Mm.
You can have HSV anywhere on your body. Yes, absolutely.
So were you is that the only thing you saw was the breakouts in his mouth? You ain't see nothing around his you know.
No, I never looked down there. I didn't see nothing down there. But
Yeah,
then
you
keep in
supposed to
mind,
examine them things. How old you is?
no, I didn't see nothing down there. He didn't have nothing down there. There wasn't no bumps or nothing that I seen. And like
Oh,
he
okay.
was taking antibiotics. So, sometimes the antibiotics, I don't know how much they can clear up or what, but they can take down the bumps and the swelling and stuff like that too. So I didn't see that.
Mm. Okay, girl. Well, yeah, I pray that you know what I'm saying. You definitely learned the lesson here in this Facebook world, honey.
Thank
Nobody
you.
is safe, okay?
Yeah, these
I
streets
think
is
everybody should go on the first date to the clinic and get a full plant panel.
absolutely. That's the truth, huh?
Honestly, seriously, like, cause the way this going, baby. I seen somebody in the comments say his test came out negative. Did he get his full panel yet? He posted it.
He
So
did.
his
He did post it. He didn't have hepatitis. He didn't have HIV. He didn't have any type of STD. No gonorrhea. No chlamydia. None of that stuff. He sent that to me too. So he didn't have that neither. But he
I'm talking
didn't.
about for the HS
He
that
did not get that test done. He did not get the HSV test done. And that was the whole purpose of when he came out here to get the primary care doctor so he can get that testing done. So his insurance would cover that. And he wouldn't, because the whole thing was, I guess he didn't want to pay for it. So I guess that was the excuse that he didn't want to pay. But you get money for everything else. And your supporters sending you money for all of this and that. But um I guess that was the excuse that he didn't want to get that test done because he had to pay for it. So
Mm.
that was the only test that wasn't done, and it did not show up on his results. But everything else he tested negative for too.
So after you noticed all this in his mouth, you still let him go down on you?
That's when we went to the dentist to go get that stuff fixed. And
Okay.
so,
Okay.
yeah. And I didn't ask my dentist at the time, was he able to have, that? Ivan told me, I asked Ivan, I said, are you able to do that? Like, you know, um, after you get, after you went to the dentist, and he was like, yeah.
Mm. Okay. Whew.
So now you and Dimples have built a good rapport from all of this, right?
Yeah, me and Dimples, we good, we cool, you know? So yeah.
Mm, mm, mm. Damn. Let's see.
Mm.
Back up in the comments. See if I can see some comments. Sorry, y'all, I haven't been reading comments.
She said,
So,
y'all go to Planned Parenthood or the health department and you can get tested for free. Now, see, I don't know that, in California, but maybe that's a true thing if they can. I have a primary care doctor, but I'm not sure. And I'm pretty sure Ivan's not going to do that. So that's something she needs to be texting Ivan. Y'all go, yeah, she should be texting Ivan. He can get that test done for free. His sister said that herself. So, maybe that's something she can relate to her brother. And then,
Mm.
he can see. But he said for sure he's not posting no more results online,
Oh
so.
yeah. I mean,
And I mean, that's
listen.
really something nobody really should have to be doing. But hey, to each his own, I don't, it's just everybody does things different. Everybody's body is different. So let's really take that in mind. Everybody's body is different and everybody's body reacts differently to different things. So, you know, everybody's not going to just have the same thing or contract the same thing or whatever the case may be.
Mm.
so somebody said on the TEC panel, they stated that he didn't get tested because the test was $350.
Yeah, that's what he told me too, that they told him he had to pay for it. And he said, I'm not paying for that shit. That's what he told me over the phone. And that's when I said, okay, well,
Wow.
then, he was like, there's other ways I can get it and stuff. And he was like, when he came to California, he was going to get the doctor. And then that's when he, asked me to help him and stuff with that. And that's what we was getting done. We did the paperwork for all of that stuff and everything. So we were one step close. But then he claimed his mama took him to go do some other stuff. So I couldn't see what was going on anymore. So, and I felt that was just a cop out excuse that he just didn't want to complete everything he needed to get done.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Hmm.
Well, hopefully he's gotten tested. He just don't, shit. We will want him to tell us the results too if he's still out here playing around.
And just
Right.
protecting himself, making sure that he's protecting himself and wearing protection. That's scary when you just pull that off like right immediately.
Right. Right.
I mean,
Ain't
even with
that?
HSV-1, even out here, you can put a condom on all day, but if you still going down on somebody and kissing in 2 hours, and yeah, I mean that you still putting other people at risk just kissing them and eating them, like.
And eating them out, yeah, you are definitely. And I don't even want to put my dentist out there with what needs to be done because he was like, please don't do that with the internet stuff and everything. But he was just telling me. And it was more for me to just be like, oh, you really have to stay away from him, you know?
Toxic University. Ivan want to come up after work.
Oh, let Ivan come up. Let's talk about it, Ivan. Ivan said he went to come up after work. What time he get off work? Can he come up now? Because
Oh
we can talk
shit.
about it. We can definitely talk about it. That ain't gonna
Mm.
scare nobody. That's what I'm saying.
I
People be
thought
thinking.
Ivan worked overnight. So he ain't gonna be here all night now. This ain't the other panel.
Y'all know that man's schedule too. She about. I thought he worked overnight.
I did.
Jesus Christ.
What thing get off?
Condoms don't always protect against HSV.
No, I don't listen. I
I
bet
mean, I would
maybe
think
they
if
done
he
got
have
in
a
my head.
boil, if he got the bumps on his booty, I mean, I wouldn't expect the condom to work anyways.
Was it
If
on his
the
booty?
outbreak
Wait,
ain't on his,
wasn't it on his under his balls or was it on his? Oh, can
it
I
was
touch
It
like
was
it?
on
his
the bottom of
gooch.
his butt cheek.
It was like his gooch
Oh,
area,
It
right?
was his gooch area, right there, right there.
you said like his gooch area.
I mean,
It's not funny, y'all. This
I
is
know.
not.
No, no, no. Let's not even make it funny because it's really not. You feel
It's
me?
dangerous. This is
It's very
dangerous.
dangerous. Very dangerous.
If any of you ladies on here that be in his comments trying to ride his face and all that, go get y'all some protection before y'all do it.
what?
I
Just don't do it. What do you?
or don't do it, but they seem to not believe in the hype. So hey,
At
I
this
don't
point,
know
you're gonna
what to
just have
tell
to
y'all.
wrap the whole body with saran wrap.
At this point,
Where
they
do you
did it
take
like on booty call.
So wait, it was in between then. So in between like the butt area and the yeah, man. Wow. And then I just seen like the stuff that was coming out of it. It was like I did not see all of that. And so when
Well,
I
how
see
did you see it? What he showed
I
you?
don't even want to say that. I don't even want to talk about how I seen it, but I actually seen the full video. And I never seen that before. So I was like, wow, because I just thought it was a picture going around. But to actually see the full video, and there were so many bumps that were in there, like, and then that big one had so many inside of it. So, I mean, you put two and
Wait,
two
there was
together.
a big bumps with a bunch of little bumps inside of it.
They were all like in there together. And then all this stuff started coming out when Dimples had squeezed it and it was just running out. Like, oh my gosh, it was crazy.
Oh, this is so deadly.
It was around his taint and buttocks. I'm sorry.
Mm, mm. Got to be more careful.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I'm glad that you know what I'm saying. Your situation ain't turned out worse than it was.
My bad, y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing that I thank God about. But still, who wants to be going down here and getting tested just to still make sure, you don't
Right.
contract
Because you
anything?
still
Right.
kind of waiting. You playing a waiting game right now, huh?
Yeah, you still gotta kind of still just go down here and get tested and just make sure nothing can got in the body fully. So I mean, it's not. I'm not playing. Yeah, well, you could say that. Yeah, absolutely, because you still just gotta keep getting tested more than often. More than what you were just your normal checkups are. You know.
I hope I even do try to sue somebody. Maybe we can get the truth then, because they're gonna have to test him. For real, for real.
Yeah.
The
Who,
hell?
who said he
Yeah,
was gonna sue somebody?
that's what somebody in the comments said. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like,
He trying to sue somebody. Oh, he trying
for
to sue.
defamation of character.
Ivan can sue if she's lying for defamation. Okay, well, I have the proof too. I took pictures, so
You took pictures of what?
just stuff that I'm talking about, like as far as helping him with, and
Finding out, going to the doctor. You did your part, boo.
Somebody
exactly.
says it's just ingrown hairs and boils, not HSV, and that's very well possible. But we'll never know, and he will never know either if he don't get tested.
Right. He's
Right.
suppressing it. He don't even want to know. He rather just keep on going around blind.
Or he might know, and he might just be like, "Y'all think what y'all want to think."
Yeah.
Right. That's
Yeah.
so dangerous. That's a dangerous man, boy. And I
And
know he ain't
plays
the only
and
one
plays
out
the
here.
victim. He plays the victim so well. Like what I do, how I do that, when I do that, or how I do that. You know exactly what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what you're doing.
It's the if you ain't got it, I ain't got it for me, baby.
You were talking about all these bumps and you still laid up. What does that say about you? I guess that's what Angie. Okay, Angie. Well, she didn't hear very clearly, but okay.
Angie,
Mm.
she got the pictures of the bumps afterwards. She said she was unaware of all that stuff before she started messing with him. And when she did get the news about him possibly burning somebody else. She went and got tested, and her tests came back negative.
Kenya said, okay, but he ain't got no STDs. So what the F is we talking about? Even talking
So
about what?
that's crazy when women say stuff like that. That blows my
It's
mind.
kind of bothering. It
It's
is.
kind
It's
of
really
it's
kind of
scary.
bothering me.
It's very
It's
bothering
scary.
because it's like, are you really that? You know what I'm saying? Mentally, like, use your brain. Like, it doesn't matter if you contract an STD from that man. Later on, it can turn into something worse. And
It
it
can.
just him giving somebody herpes,
I
period.
was just gonna say
Okay,
He
her.
got
just him
somebody
giving
in the
somebody
back.
herpes period is just, that's already enough, because what he's giving somebody period, you know what I'm saying? And then he's going to try to act like, oh, that person had it. And Ivan can tell his story, and let me say that, because you know what, he has the right to defend himself, right? So he can tell his story too, and which will be, his story is, how do I not know they already had this, or they had that, or this, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to tell his story too, and that's just going to confuse people even more.
Well, what I like
So,
that you didn't get up here and do is say he got this, he got that, he had this, he had that, and you don't know. You basically said what you went through, your situation, and left it
yeah,
at that. So hey,
my
Right.
story. Exactly.
And you told him when you found out about the allergic reaction or whatnot, you told him about that?
Yes, I told him about that,
That's
and
how
that's
she
what.
found out, Mookie. I mean, that's how he should have known. She told him.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. If he has his story to tell and say, oh, how do I not know you had this or had that before? Well, you bring that to that person and say, hey, I got sick when I ate you out, or I got sick when I fucked you, this happened or that. Ivan never said anything. So if he uses that as his defense mechanism, he never said nothing. We brought the issues to him. You know, and people are saying Dimples still want to sleep with him too. Dimples was trying to get him to understand he needs to go get tested, and she's made that clear too. You know, you can still care for somebody, but still also care when a person gets sick or they die or something happens. We're all boohoo crying and we're all
Hmm.
sad. You know what I'm saying? There was only people that just tried to help this man. That's it. Because when people die, I'm telling you, I've seen people die from bacteria. It's serious. You know, you can die from just a bacteria infection untreated. Without you getting it untreated, and over the years, boom, it could take you out. It can develop cancer cells. You will develop cancer cells so fast it can slip to stage 4 very quickly. So if Ivan passed away today or tomorrow, God forbid, I would never want that to happen. But if he gets sick or something happens, everybody's boohoo crying, right? You have people that came into your life to try to help you, not bash you, not hurt you. But when you try to help this man will turn a tactic against you and make you look like you're crazy, you're weird, and turn everybody against you. And I don't know where that
How
comes
would
from.
she know, Mookie? So, have you ever had allergic reaction to semen before, or is this the
Yes,
first for
she
you?
has.
Huh?
Before, let me read the comment real quick. What she say beforehand, obviously, how would he okay, beforehand, obviously, how would he know after plenty of time sleeping together that she would have a reaction to his semen? Make it make sense. Okay, Mookie. So, how I would contract a reaction to his semen, I will pick up my phone and call your brother like I did several times, and he didn't answer. Text him on the phone, hey, Ivan, I need to talk to you. Something's going on. Oh, okay, I'm out of town. All right, well, when are you coming back? Next Tuesday. Well, I need to tell you what's going on, and I'm getting sick. My stomach's getting big. I'm feeling sick, and I haven't been feeling well. Well, you're probably pregnant or something, you know? Calm down, or okay, you think I'm pregnant? Okay, well, my stomach wouldn't be this big if I'm, it's only been about 3 weeks. My stomach is getting bigger, so can I get you on this phone and talk to you and tell you what's going on before I go to the doctor? Ivan doesn't want to talk. So that's how you contact the person you're having sex with, Mookie, and you talk to him. That's
Well,
how you
I'm up
do
here
it.
now. Beforehand, I had already contacted the man and told him there was
Thank you,
something
baby
going on with
girl.
me. So that was
well,
the
hello,
telltale
Dimple.
sign of at least go get yourself fixed. And
Hi, Dimples.
beforehand, he was given medication by somebody to go ahead and clear some shit before he even went to the fucking doctor.
Mm.
Who's streaming the live?
May is stressed on YouTube talking about this live. Just Chalet Candace Smith. Okay. Okay.
Mookie
So
said you had an
Dimples.
allergic reaction. Right. She said she had allergic reaction to
I
this
didn't have an
Look
allergic
it up.
reaction. I
Look
had
it
a
up,
whole
Oh,
Mookie.
she's
other
I
reaction.
looked
asking
it up.
Dimples.
I ain't
Dimples, she
believing
was
either,
talking
Mookie.
about
I
me.
ain't even think it was possible. I looked it up. It's a thing. Look it up, Mookie.
She
No,
that she
Dimples, she
talking
was
about Dimples.
talking about me. Yeah, she was talking about me and Dimples. But Dimples, what did you say? Because I didn't hear you. Say that again.
I said beforehand, even without a fucking allergic reaction, I had told this man on the phone. Bef- when I got my shit done, I'm over here like, what the fuck? I go to the
Mm-hmm.
doctor. These motherfuckers is so freaked out about how I'm reacting about this shit that they like, let me refer you to a therapist because like probably thought I was fucking crazy,
Going crazy.
whatever. So I'm like, I contemplated for some days about that shit. Like, should I even tell this man? But of course, I'm like, I need to be a woman about it and tell this nigga. So I did. I called him. Didn't even know he was on live, just calling, like sitting in my truck thinking. Called him, he answers. And anybody that want to say, oh, you knew that he was on live. First off, I was told that when he answered the phone, he said, here's this crazy bitch. So if I would have heard that, I would have cussed him out on that first off and probably
Mm-hmm.
not even told him shit. So when I called him, everybody that was on the live knows I'm going off immediately. So if that ever sounds like a bitch that want to fuck a nigga again, y'all all is crazy. I immediately told this man, you done burnt me, nigga. That's what I was saying on the phone. Nigga, I got prescription bottles getting fucking prescribed to me. I'm going off. And he's nonchalant. Oh, okay. I don't care if it was Ivan, if it was any of my exes or anybody, I still would have reacted the same way I did. Because if a woman calls you and says, you done burnt me, bro, and they hysteric like that, you could have got that ended that live right then and there. And it wouldn't have even been nothing to exploit on there. And you could have had a conversation as a man with a motherfucker that you've been with for months saying, okay, what's going on with you? We done
Mm-hmm.
had hella intimate conversations about hella shit, everybody he been with and all this other shit. Now, when it's time that I tell you I'm burning, bro, ain't nobody gonna tell me who I fucked because I know who I fucked. And I know who I was fucking with for months. Y'all all was the same people on here like, damn, that bitch don't ever go home. So who else was I fucking?
Mm-hmm.
So if I tell this man that, he could have immediately turned that motherfucking live off. I gotta go. But instead, he laughed it off. Oh, okay. Like, bitch, fuck you, basically. I didn't even have to tell him anything. So I'm not going to share with you nothing else after that. After you give me a shrug of the shoulder, I don't have to say you need to get tested for this or you need to worry about this. I don't have to tell you nothing else. You don't give a fuck. I don't have to give any more fucks neither.
These comments is wild.
They always wild because everybody wants to just close their mind like these bitches is crazy. I'ma be crazy. If y'all had to go through the shit that I went through, and then not even just that, I'm outdoor dashing. I'm
Ivan,
like, what the fuck? Ain't nothing
Ivan
going on.
says still
Motherfuckers is
fuck you.
blowing my phone up. I'm like, what up? What up? What up? People's texting me. Oh, she just posted her herpes results. I'm like, what? So I'm like, send it to me or whatever. It's positive. So of course I go straight to my chart because when I went to that doctor, I said, test me for everything.
Mm.
Everything.
That's
So
what I said too. Test me for everything, the whole full panel.
anyways, when I went to the motherfucking I seen her little shit. I'm like, damn. So I immediately text my doctor like, where's my HSV results? She's like, we didn't test you for that because you can get a false positive unless you have a breakout. We can't tell you nothing. So I'm like, okay or whatever, but I need a test ran because this man's ex-wife just said this shit. She's like, well, I don't want to give you that. The way you reacted, I don't know if you want to do that unless you have a breakout. And this woman, every woman on here knows when you get that shit done, they open your shit wide open. She's telling me your shit look fine. She's
Sorry.
not saying it like that, but your everything looks fine down here. I'm like, okay. So I had to go back. Had to go back because, ma'am, you need to test me for this. Go ahead and run that blood work. I don't care what it comes back. It says I need that blood work ran. So that's what happened. They went and ran that blood work.
Mm.
So you did get tested for HSV.
I went back and got tested for that as well.
So have you ever had HSV test done before you ever start fucking with Ivan? Dimples.
No, I've never had that done. I've always just had regular paps and shit like that done.
Okay.
But they can do something like a IgG blood test or something, and it will tell you like how far it's been something has been contracted. Like give you a guesstimate of some months or whatever. But my doctor said you can have shit laying dormant, like shit like this laying dormant in you for a year, up to a year and shit, and never even fucking know about it. But regardless of what it is, I'm like, shit, anybody that wants to play dumb, like if his wife got it and, you know,
He got it, or
right,
he,
it's not no
he
fucking
was with her.
dumbass
Right? Put two
question.
plus two equals four together. You can put it together and see, like, you know. And they gonna say, well, you didn't contract nothing from it, but to say I still would be sleeping with Ivan to this day, who's to say what it would be? You get what I'm saying? Who's to say what it would test positive to come out to be? They need to put two and two together. They can figure out what you got. I mean, come on. Why you send May a copy of Ivan's book? That's up to you, Dimples, if you want to answer that.
That is a whole, we can start at the beginning of that. Back in July, I got on Facebook, had a live, a fake lit wit or was a lit wit page, got on that motherfucker, started trolling me. So I'm like, cool or whatever. You know, I ain't really paying no mind to it. I let that motherfucker get on there and talk they shit. So after the live, I don't know if it was the same day, a few days later, whatever it was, May reached out to me like that wasn't my wife. So I'm like, okay, I didn't think it was her anyway. I'm not tripping off of none of it. So we started in dialogue, had some conversation and shit. But for somebody to come on here and say, I've reached out to them and I wanted to talk to them. No, every conversation we've had, it was initiated by her. Besides one time where I asked her if she knew anybody that wanted a motherfucking hotel voucher. Cause I was trying to get a couple dollars. I'm like, cool. You know anybody that knows that? I mean, I didn't call her. It was a text message. She's like, I'll let you know. I said, okay. Any other time, she's reached out to me. So while we in conversations and shit, she calling me on the phone or whatever, she said something about a motherfucking book and him saying I wrote it. And I was like, nah, I ain't write no book, but I did type it or whatever, the beginning of it, and he took over. So I'm like, you can have that shit. Like, period. You can have it because at the end of the day, you can go ahead and know what the fuck I know because that shit came from your husband's mind. No matter if he's mad, fucking whatever the fuck he had going on, that shit ain't just talking about no damn May. That shit talking about every relationship, every sexual encounter, and all of that he went through. That shit was even telling shit about when I was fucking with him when we first started messing around and oh you in Miami with 3 4 bitches fucking on them. Like when I first met this man, I'm doing your hair. You got there you got there and you fucking got left at the airport by some woman that was supposed to be picking you up. So I'm like, okay, let me look up some shit for you. I got some corporate codes. When I'm looking that shit up, I guess he gets on live. Somebody ended up taking him or telling him where he needs to go. I don't know. Whatever happened. He found him a damn room. So he doing his own thing. When he got back, I picked him up. He had paid me to, instead of an Uber to come and get him. So it was nothing. After that, we started talking. He messed up his hair when he was in motherfucking Miami. So he asked me to do his hair again. As I'm talking to him, he's talking to me about shit. I'm meeting, his people or whatever. It was nothing major. Me and him from May to July, we was cool. We was going out doing things, having fun. It was what it was.
Are you done?
Now I'm looking at this. Dimples, you lying, you brought up the book to May. Nah, I didn't bring up no book to May. And you can't tell me that I'm lying because me and her was on that phone. You can
They
believe
said that
her.
she's
Who
showing. that she's showing actual messages.
I don't care. She can't show them conversations.
She ain't showing them no messages. She reading her messages. I was waiting on
And
her to
she's
show
not
them.
showing them the conversations. You can't show them that. If you really want to get down to it, the girl called me one day. Oh, I forgot why I called you. And I'm like, okay, or whatever. I'm not tripping about it. I'm like, all right, we get off the phone. Another day, you come and call me talking about some shit, and I'm telling you, at this point, I had messaged May like, I don't know what you on. Y'all on some weird shit. I know you still talking to this nigga because it's weird how some shit played out. So we on the phone. She's talking about the book again. She also said, I wish I gave him the life that I wish I had the life that I gave him. She's going off about all this other shit. She's telling me about how the shit went down with, Whitney and all of that shit. She's talking about and he's in what, California, trying to get Chanel pregnant. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about who he trying to get pregnant. Like, you can't get nobody pregnant, you sterile. So I don't give a fuck. Keep trying.
Absolutely.
Not sterile.
I asked this man while I was with him, why ain't nobody ever been pregnant by you? He's like, I don't know. I said, y'all done went through a lot of people. You feel me? He's like, shit. May said she was pregnant one time and put the baby in the freezer or some shit, or it fell in the toilet and they got it out the toilet. And he's like, but I never really seen it. So I'm like, well, so how you know that she was like? And then when she came out with her shit, what made me pissed off? You come out with your results and you say you know when and how who you got it from. But if you know when, then whenever you fuck that person and had that inclination in your mind that you might have got something from them, why the fuck y'all been doing this nasty ass shit?
Right.
Ivan, what's funny?
And somebody would have been pregnant by now. You absolutely right, And that's what my doctor was saying, like talking about untreated STDs. If you get so many STDs that go untreated, it will cause your sperm to not produce any type of, activity like that. That's the crazy part. And all he gonna do is laugh because it's funny to him because that's how he hides behind the real, that he's feeling.
When you got some deep demons inside of you, like I really been keeping quiet about a lot of shit because it wasn't about none of that other shit. It was really about what the fuck I went through. But like, let's not forget, homeboy, wasn't we on shrooms and you was trying to fucking take yourself, unalive yourself, sitting there with a motherfucking pistol in your motherfucking hand, and I'm begging you
Wow.
not to do that shit in front of me?
Mm,
Like, quit playing with me.
Wow.
mm.
Mm-mm-mm. The same person who always got mad every time I told him, yeah, you be doing more than weed. I'm getting tired of you saying that. I don't do that. I only smoke weed. Like, yeah, your actions don't show you only smoke weed, boy. Shoot, you doing more than just some weed. The sex acts and everything else that was going on don't sound like no fucking weed to me. Crazy, you know what I'm saying? People that enter the life of that, even knowing those people, crazy. Just a crazy life to live. Motherfuckers want to live normal lives. They don't want to be tied to no shit like that, no sex demons, no crazy shit. And every time you hit him with some spiritual shit, he want to call you crazy. But it's like, if you deal with him, it's like there is a true thing with spiritual ties and how you feel when you deal with somebody. The feeling that you get inside, your everyday motion, your everyday movement, and things like that. People don't understand. I want to cure myself. I want to be positive. I want to be happy inside. I want to feel happy. I don't want to feel down. I don't want to feel just, I can't even explain the feeling. Like it's just a down feeling, a downward feeling, just feeling so down about yourself. He's definitely really insecure. His insecurity is serious. That boy has a very, very bad insecurity. I think that's why he messes with all these women so that he can feel something. Because there's multiple people. I mean, he may have probably tried to calm it down now, but that boy be doing too much. Why could, oh, somebody, I was trying to read that. Well, in California, you can get shrooms out of a smoke shop. So
Okay, so my question is Dimples, did you send the book out? I'm sorry,
Did I
sorry.
send the book out to who?
To multiple people like they're trying to say.
Definitely not.
Well, and there you have it.
I don't know. Maybe so.
Stop trolling them people.
Nah, for real. Let me go ahead and be 100. Maybe so.
So can I get the first page?
Right? Can I get it? In shit.
Shit, it was read online, wasn't it?
Oh, so
It
then
was
that means if
read.
it
Barely.
was read online, then you might as well go ahead and
Well,
send it
actually, it
out.
was played online.
That little snippet.
That everybody was coughing over and sneezing and doing all that shit, so you
About
couldn't
that.
really clearly decipher what was being said.
Mm.
Y'all forget that,
I'm just confused on why she over here streaming the live.
Girl,
because she wants
'cause
something to have on
It's
her
not a
page
safe
going
place over
on.
here. She don't feel safe.
she
Now she
debunking
felt safe
everything.
on TEC though. She wanted
Right.
to come up there and talk big shit on TEC though, to
Mm.
deflect whatever somebody else said before me. What she need to be safe under is making sure that motherfucking surgery go through, and all of that shit's underlined with the insurance and shit, because yeah, you definitely been talking, your nigga definitely been talking to a lot of people, telling about your little scheme and scams.
Well, Tiana, I don't fuck with you neither, so I'm happy that it's mutual. But I'm saying that you sit up there and talk about them, and they sit up there and talk about you, so you just sit anywhere. So I just figured I'd open my home to you as well.
She said because she can. She can stream your live if she wants to.
Ain't that copyright though? Everybody want to bring out this
That part.
copyright talk, like even a voice, even a voice.
It's fair game.
She just figured she'd listen. She don't have to worry about it being copywritten because she listens. She'll be all right.
But you came on here to say all of this stuff just to prove and acknowledge and confirm that what was said is the truth. Cause how is that a threat if it's not a truth? You can't threaten
Calls you
somebody with a lie.
Shalika.
I guess I said her name wrong.
Because I can. No, I know how to
She
do it
said,
tonight.
so Shalay, since she said the first page was read, uh,
She's
can
streaming
you see if
live.
you can read it so we can hear it? Dimples.
Well, let me see on my other phone. So was she streaming it live on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Dimples, can I get the first page so I can read it?
I don't know how anybody got the first page.
Mm.
I don't know how anything was said over a voicemail, but I know motherfuckers stand firm on leave me the fuck alone. I'm not a part of this motherfucking little master manipulation all these motherfuckers is in cahoots with. And I'm not none of the addicts and shit. I don't care what anybody done came on here and said. I'm not one of them addicts, bro. Please believe that. Please believe I've been in contact with who I need to be in contact with.
No, May, we're not over here streaming you, darling. I was watching you while on this panel, doll.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
You could do just that. Drop her ass. She not for the people. She like, shut up. I'm trying to get the first page, Marie Marie. I'm trying to make sure I'm for the people.
I'm trying to get it too, Shalay.
Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I got a message.
I think most people want to know, Dimples, why you sent her the book. What made you send her the book? Because They
Because
feel
after
like
she started doing that little manipulation stuff and kept calling me, I was just like I already know what your game is. So let me play the game with you. Let me go ahead and show you what I know. Let me go ahead and show you what your fucking people said about you. Cause I wasn't around for it. But you know that shit's the truth.
Okay, well, I won't say who sent it to me. Um, but y'all want to hear
on my soul, I ain't want my money back. I wanted that copy I even got.
it? Y'all want to hear it?
How funny.
Welcome to Chalet Book Club.
Shalikata.
Shalikata. Oh, she's saying something. I gotta mute y'all again.
Read it. Let's read it. Let's get it. Let's go. Yes, Shalane. I'm scared. All right. Chapter 1. 5.
She said you was dogging him to you. I mean, you was
Chapter 1.
dogging. Oh, go ahead.
5,
Dogging
4,
who?
3, 2, 1. What's the deal? How are you? Phil, let me see if I can zoom in. What's the deal? How are you? Phil, here's a little something you didn't know. Here's how it all started. Let's go. I mean, it wasn't that bad. If you think you can do better, then you take him, said my mother, scorned and tired from the daily troubles I was introducing to my family lives. Turning turning to me, April says, "All right, well, let's get your stuff." So I packed my things. I really left my mother's home. April really took me with her. At the
Just
age of 13, I was moving in with a 23-year-old woman, her baby daddy, and her kids. 1 week prior. Sorry, y'all, it's really small, so I'm trying my hardest to. Come on, bro. My brother Walker yelled from the door. I'm heading out to the party. You coming? I ran to the door to meet him. He headed out to attend my older brother's girlfriend Nessa's party. I was eager to attend because Nessa's younger siblings was my friends. Her little brother's name was Christian. Christian, his sister's twin, and that's all I could see.
She said I ain't going over there because all they gonna do is mute me.
And she just said shit because she don't fuck with me. Is it because you're gonna get muted or I don't fuck with you? I'm very
right. Which
fair.
one? Which one
I'm
is
very
it?
fair. Very fair.
Ain't nobody gonna mute you, May. Don't be
As long as you don't
scared.
come over here with that rah 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 stuff, we ain't got no problems. But that was an interesting intro.
Mm.
Hmm.
I'll see if I can get it
Intro that I
blown out.
typed.
It actually it looks like a page.
It actually looks like a book because that's what was said in the calls between the editor and him. She said, "Who wrote the beginning of this book? Because the first some odd chapters is in book form, but the rest of it I got to do a lot of work with."
Mm.
So everybody that think they know some shit, you better make sure your funds is going to the right motherfucking pocket, and you better make sure it's valid. Cause baby, I make sure I was valid over here.
Well, the picture I was sent looks like a book page.
I
So
don't
who
know,
has?
cause I didn't
So he
send it.
sold some of the books.
I don't know. As far as I know, the woman made a copy for him. I don't know how many copies she made.
She still lying, saying she ain't know him at 13. Child.
All I know is through conversation, he told me, when we was in the process of writing it and stuff, he was trying to see, how old he was because he had attended um, the son's first birthday. So he was doing the math or whatever. I was this old and I had went in seventh grade and I had to do it twice. So this is why I was he was trying to figure that part out.
He repeated the second grade?
Seventh.
Oh,
I don't know what grade he actually don't get me wrong on that. I don't know what grade he repeated, but he said he had been in the seventh grade, but I'm pretty sure he said he had that was the second time or something. So he was trying to figure it out, and I was trying to figure out like how old are you and when you get in middle school and stuff. But then he was like, well, it all happened from the first birthday, so all he had to do was do the math of how old he was and how old the son was.
so he was there when Jalen turned 1.
And that's been said on live multiple times.
Right.
He done him and other people have put this story out multiple times. Well, the beginning, what you just read has been out multiple times.
Mm. Is we all tuning in to May Live right now?
I'm not even on that live.
Oh shit. Her live on YouTube, India.
Okay, well, I guess let's do the math too. So, Ivan is how old?
Let's count.
31. He's 31 now.
Okay.
But Ivan did
And
say when he was younger, he was with her.
and
So it was
Jaden,
confirmed.
But did he tell
Jaden
you
is
what
how old?
age?
Yeah, like
Because he
14.
told me and a couple other people that he been with an age. So did he tell you what age,
I
Deborah?
think I remember like 14.
Right, I've been hearing 14. That's what I remember from everybody telling the story. Even May.
Mm-hmm. Mookie even
I
said
don't
her
know
baby
how old he was.
was
All I
almost
can go by is what he
14.
says. You feel me? And he's the one that printed this book off.
Right, so that's technically from him, from his mouth, the book, not from you. Because how does it always just fall on you? That's out of his mouth right there.
Did he tell you, Deborah, who wrote the book?
He told me Dimples wrote the book. That's what he told me too. And he told me that he had it, Dimples had it in her email, and that she was the one that did everything for the book. That's what was told to me.
And how that came to play because when I met him, people would be on his live like, "When are you writing a book?" And he's like, "I'm writing a book." And then he was like,
You
Because I
some
remember at that time when I was like, my loyalty was with him. I was
at
like,
first
damn.
he was just talking, and he asked me to type it, so I'm typing it in book form, with the quotations and periods and paragraphs and different shit like in book form. So after a while, he was like, "I can remember more if I type it myself." So I started typing it myself, and then he was like,
Dimples, you going
Dimples,
in
we
and out.
losing you. We losing you,
Going in
Dimples.
and out, Dimples.
You hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
yeah, we
you
can
going
hear
in
you.
and out. 32, 19, 13. All of the ages. Feminine force.
About when you gonna write a book.
Fierce.
Now I'm not
Stop
seeing these
calling that
conversations. I'm
lady
behind.
feminine in force. That's my daughter. It's feminine. It's fierce.
And look, I had to fix it at the end. I said fierce. She got the ages down there. She said 32, 19 equals 13.
Right. Period. Thank you, Feminine Fierce, for doing the math. Period,
Thank
Connie.
you,
Her name
baby.
Connie. Her name Connie, so we don't mess
Yeah,
up
we can call
Connie.
her Connie, so you ain't got to keep on messing up her face.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna just call her Connie now. My bad. I'm sorry.
She do come with a force, though. She do. I like
I
it a
Yeah.
know.
little
Every
bit.
time she says feminine force to me, I'm just like, shit, let her have it, cause
Let
she's a
her
force.
feminine force it is.
Holy shit.
Wait, she said that's when he left home, but you went too fast on the comments. I think that was the Mookie. That's when he left home, not when they started
Right,
this.
and I can confirm that he did not say he did nothing with her at that age. He told me it was a little older than that, but I can say
Mhm.
he did say that.
Mm.
Oh, she said he was 14 when she met him.
That's what he told me too, because I asked him, and I remember the age was 14, because I just asked a question. Nothing was really clarified like that, but I was like, "Is it true? Or young when you met her and you were with her?" I heard 14, not with her, but when he met her, and from there, I don't know.
Well, the
Mm.
math is the math. If you say you went to this boy's first birthday, then you met her at the age that was in that book. Period.
Right.
Right.
Well, he wrote the damn book. He said 13. I don't understand why we still debating.
Right. He definitely said 13. And she said it's a lie. So apparently they gonna run with the Dimples wrote the book and you made him 13, Dimples. You turned him
Well,
13.
whatever.
I
If
He
you
mean,
do
didn't
the
tell you
math,
to put
you do the
the
math
That's
that
a
y'all done
that's a
already
lie.
heard through all these years, then y'all know what the age is. I don't got to tell you shit. Y'all be knowing more than me. Y'all the investigators. I got shit marked out when a motherfucker said, "I know who that is behind that screen whispering. She got the tattoo on her arm and her hand. That's your hairdresser." Shit, y'all be doing that investigation, not me.
well,
Mm.
we can confirm it by the second page. You want to send the second page, somebody?
Dimples. What I
Hey,
said, coach.
Matter of fact, this in the first chapter.
Ah,
it's already confirmed. Everybody's been on here and said he went to that first birthday. Period.
mm. Oh.
Wow.
I don't know. I know she said 14. He said 13. I don't think 14 is any better than 13. So I don't.
Exactly. It don't matter. A year, you
It,
still
it
underage.
really don't. She watched this little boy grow up, and then the first chance she had of snatching him up, she did it.
That's the
Sick.
even worse part. You watched him grow up and then started to play with him. Like what?
Right.
You
Literally.
played at the park with your children.
And the thing is like if you took him in to be like a godmom or like to show him a different life or whatever the case was to be,
All of
that's
that
what
shit,
you
what
should
he
have
went through
did.
back then, it was never my concern because at the end of the day, as a grown man, if you got shit going on, my concern was only what I had going on. So I never really cared. I never cared to put her out, the business out about that. All I'm saying is, you a grown man to this day right now. We not talking about none of that past shit because I didn't have nothing to do with it. But if I call you and say, bro, you gave me something, then you need to go get yourself together instead of just going ahead and taking secondhand pills from the motherfucker you fucking on.
Wow.
And can't nobody say that's a lie because, I was already sent a clip where a motherfucker went and fucking admitted to giving a nigga the pills.
Right. When he was outside in that car, he was working for Walmart. Mm-hmm. Oh, she's an enabler. She's a creep.
I can't even. Yeah. Do it, please. Do what, please? I missed it.
I don't think she said Maybay gave him any pills though. I don't think she's talking about her.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about this day, now, right now. Like
Okay.
our situation. There was somebody that came
Come
online,
on.
and said, I gave him pills for that shit. So
Oh, sunshine.
exactly. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. But yeah, it was said. So why are we over here playing like, maybe y'all didn't see that because maybe y'all don't see everything, but y'all think y'all know so much and y'all don't be knowing. Y'all don't really be knowing what's going on behind them lives, the conversations being had behind the lives. Like y'all didn't know we was still fucking around all the way. We broke up at the middle of March after Mookie's birthday and shit, her visit. We still was fucking until March 28th. And I had a conversation with him on that last time we fucked. Like, shit, I don't know who you been fucking with. Y'all want to know why a motherfucker got into it during Christmas? Because I caught the nigga fucking talking to 12, 13 fucking females trying to fuck everybody in 1 week in the Cali visit. That's why we got into it. Didn't nobody steal nothing from him, but I did take some of his belongings and hold him and say, nigga, you gonna talk to me. Yes, I was wrong. I shouldn't have did it, but oh well, it happened. At the drop of anger and trying to talk to a nigga that you've been fucking with, anything can happen. At least I didn't put my hands on him, harm him in any way, take nothing because he got his shit back. After he got his shit back, we sat and smoked and everything. And here comes fucking New Year's. We outside doing New Year's activities with videos, smiling, happy, cool.
Well, damn.
What did he say? I promise y'all better be on the right side when this shit busts. Cause so many people defending a pedo and think it won't come to the field. The most high don't miss and he not gonna rest till that shit hit the fan. I don't know.
I can't even entertain the comments because y'all, like I said, y'all don't know what be going on. Y'all just see the hour or two that a nigga was on live. Y'all see however many times that woman go live and sit there and lie and manipulate y'all. Y'all can keep believing what y'all want to believe, but it is coming to an end.
Mm. At this point, he might as well just put the book out. I might buy it this time. The first page had me interested.
That's bad,
Hmm.
friend. We can buy.
And May, while she's listening, don't forget you admitted to me on the phone that you gave him money on the back end to pay these people back when y'all had that conversation about him not putting that book out. Don't forget you told me that.
Hold on, May
She
said
said
he paid for the to return
to
Yeah, like
refund the
while a
people their money
motherfucker trying
back.
to say I was just talking about the book to her and shit. Why would you even tell me that? You personally told me that on the phone. Yeah, I might have gave him some money on the back end, to pay these people back because, like I told him, that book ain't doing nothing but fucking me up. It's gonna fuck me up.
Mm, mm. Also, I got my money back from May. Okay.
May
Hey
cussing
y'all.
cat out.
So yeah, she cussing Cat. I mean, smooth out. So right
Why? What
now, she
happened?
telling Cat she don't want, she want to live this peaceful life. Why is they bringing up this book? So I got a question. Hey Dimples, is
Hey, Miss
Dimples still
Arletta,
in here? Hey baby, Dimples. So I just got one question.
I'm listening.
Um, why Sin made a book, even though you knew what her tactic was, knowing her background, you seen what he went through, whatever the case may be. Why would you send her out of all people? Why would you send her the book? What made you?
I answered that like twice on here already.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I walked away from my phone. I'm sorry. I ain't
You
mean.
good?
So, okay, I got another question. I said I had one. I got another one. So, we was all on the live the night that you called and gave him the results or whatever, whatever you went through far as, the mishaps with the whole panel thing. Um, after he left and you went on about your life, you went on your spiritual journey and everything. You was doing real good. Why pop out now? Why what makes you come back out now?
I popped out because I had Deborah people hit me up, and then here comes May talking to me. Like they came to me. I didn't come searching out like, hey, anybody had any issues like I had. I didn't. I don't even
Hmm.
know Deborah. I don't know her
Right.
cousin. I don't know them. And so when it was the messages came out, I told her like, shit, I want to put this out there, but I'm not even gonna do it because there's so many people trolling me. There's so many people that hit me up and threatened me and did all of this shit. Like I ain't
Hmm.
even about to put it out. So the next morning, I guess she seen what she seen and she said, go ahead and put that shit out there. So I'm like, shit, fuck it. I don't care. I went through it once. I'll go through it again. At the end of the day, if I can help the next motherfucker, then I will. If the ones that don't want to listen, then that's what it is. But y'all don't know my fucking inbox be over. I fucked with Ivan and this is going on, but it's always a fake page. So I feel like people's trolling me, like just trying to get questioned, like, what did you have? And I'm like, you on some weird shit. So I'm not even about to entertain this. But when her cousin hit me up, it was specific things said to me like, this ain't no troll.
Okay. So, hypothetically speaking, say I was entwined in this whole situation, and I hit you up and say, "Hey, let's tag team and let's go live." After you have um, committed your life back to your spiritual journey, I mean, you were doing well. You know, you were doing stuff with your children. You just your normal everyday life. You disconnected completely away from the drama, regardless if it was coming in your inbox or people was hitting you up from fake pages, real pages, sideways pages, whatever. If you on a spiritual journey, why would you break your spiritual journey to jump back into a pile of shit?
I
If
don't
I
feel
must
like I
say it.
broke my spiritual journey because why should somebody be silenced about what they went through, especially when I'm still in depression about some shit? Y'all are not here when I'm talking to my kids, like, put my drink down, and I'm just flashing off on my kids because I don't want anything going on with them. Y'all not here
Hmm.
for that. I can get on live and smile as much as I want to, but I still
Hmm.
feel that shit daily. And when I got brought to that shit made me relive April all over again. All over again. This is beyond some STDs and STIs.
So you were. It's safe to say you were literally in love with this man, and he broke you.
To the core. To the core. I did everything I could to make this man feel good and put shit to the side because he just got out of a marriage. I looked over a lot of stuff so I could be like, I'm not trying to be hard on this man. I just came into his life and shit and he just got out of this shit. But not even knowing the whole time that you conversing with your wife, dogging me, talking about me to her, like, but you doing the same thing on my side. You even writing a whole book about her, but then you keep going back over here like a little, that's kind of a little weird to me. I'm not even knowing that. I was told that. Like, I'm like, damn, he was talking to you while he was with me, but yeah, he was talking about you to me.
Okay. Okay.
And then
Well, I'm
ain't
gonna
stopped
say
in my spiritual journey when I started going to church and stuff. Like, I seek the church out. I asked Facebook, y'all, anybody in Houston know a church? I want to get in church. When I
yeah,
walked
I've
into
seen
that
that.
building, my body is still like, soul ties is real. As many people as they going around with and doing, them energies is in me too. So when I walked into that church, and every single Sunday when I walked into that bitch, I immediately had tears running down my face. Immediately. And I did not know why. Y'all, I was getting on live, not even showing my face, putting the phone down so people, that's in bed rest and sick and shit could listen to the word. I'm going up there every Sunday. Please pray for me. Please pray over me. Y'all, it's more to it than just, oh, you going through something, so why would you double back? Nah, I'm going through something, and I still feel like shit needs to be said because there's people out here that really, really believes this shit is fake. It's so many people that really believes, oh, you just lying about some shit, even though a motherfucker came on here with their results. It's like y'all blindsided, and people want to make lives daily about what she got, and not saying this man could possibly have it. This man could
Hmm.
possibly be spreading this shit. And in my mind, what I thought about is he told me, you feel me? They together, they break up, she's with Whitney, and that's it. So she wasn't even being poly. So there was nothing contracted during that moment. So it had to be contracted while she was with her husband.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this to you. I don't know why I can't get on your other page, your lyrical journey, your dimples page. But I'm gonna say this to you. When you first started your spiritual journey, I was proud of you. Yeah, I heard all of the backstories, and I still hear it all. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna give my opinion. whether somebody like it or not. But I'm gonna say this to you: let the drama go. Get back
I
on your
been,
spiritual
but see,
journey.
the thing
I know.
was,
Wait a minute.
even still with me
Hold
talking
on,
to
Dimples.
Deborah and shit, I wasn't coming
I
over
know.
here saying everything
I
that I've
know.
been told, all the stuff that I've been finding out. I wasn't getting on lives, but it was like, why this woman keep reaching out to me? What's her
And that's
motive this
because,
time? And so I got live. That's why y'all see me do the deletes. Like, bitch, click in back to yourself. Like, stop it. And I got somebody in my ear like, no, don't do it. But anybody that's been through some shit, and it's just like a motherfucker coming out and saying, this man gave me this and I gotta live with this for the rest of my life. That's something you still gotta live with.
and
That's
it
something you
is,
still gotta battle daily.
and it
And so
is.
you sometimes it takes that reminder from some clear mind, like, no, don't even do it. Y'all ain't even see me go live. I got a whole job now. I'm in school for business. I told them like I'm straight off of that shit. I ain't been even talking about it. But if people want to make subliminals, it's like, come on, you want to step in the jungle? We can play this. It's Jumanji in this bitch.
I don't know. I just say let it go. I mean, yeah, you hurt. I get it. You're hurt. You have to live with this every day. Um, but all drama ain't good drama. And you're old enough to know what I'm saying. All drama ain't good drama. Every action don't cause for a reaction.
100%.
And
That's why it ain't been given. That's why it ain't been given though. Y'all
but in
don't
the
know
sense,
since
no,
since
it ain't
this
been
whole
given in the
breakup, there's
past.
shit still going on. Y'all
It
don't see
is.
what
But you know
y'all
what?
don't
Let
see what
them
I go
figure it
through.
out. But let them figure it out, Dimples. It's not your place. And maybe you want to become an advocate for STDs. If that's the case and what you got. But it let them figure it out. If this man has it, I don't know, but if
And
this
that's
man
what I'm
has it,
doing. Deborah,
then
if you want to go to the messages and tell them what I told your cousin, she's hounding me. Like, why the fuck you ain't telling people everything? And I said, I didn't come on there for that. I'm straight. I said, whoever
and
fucks
stand your
with it
ground
can
though.
figure out for themselves.
Mhm.
But I agree 100%. I'm not about to go on this shit daily. That's why I said, you know what? I'll agree. I'll come up and say my piece. But y'all not about to be seeing this on my page. Y'all not about to
Right.
be. It's not about to be given on my shit. This energy is not. It's draining. When this whole all these lives and stuff started, I had a headache. I had a headache all fucking day. When Deborah fucking started hitting me up, I was telling her, bitch, I'm in the same zone as before. I can't even eat no more. This shit is on my head. I'm getting 3-4 hours of sleep, waking up and still being a mother. Get up, y'all. Time for school. Let's go. They leaving. I'm still clocking into this job. I'm still doing these classes. Ain't that shit ain't what it is.
I get what you're saying.
But I 100% get you, and that's why y'all not gonna see this shit, this energy given on my page. That's why y'all seen this shit being deleted because I said no. Like after even talking to somebody, I still am a grown woman and can keep whatever on my page. But I said no myself. Like go ahead and drop that shit, take it down. Shalay was on my live the other day. I was about to spill this same shit with that woman. What I do? I got up, talked for like 5 minutes, and boom, I was off. Motherfucker called me and no, it was not May or Ivan or anybody else. This was a real motherfucker, a friend. Get the fuck off that live. Don't tell them people shit. Don't bring his energy on your shit. I'm like, you right. Got the fuck straight off. Laughed and giggled for a minute because I was getting yelled at like I was that person's child, but I got the fuck off and didn't speak on it no more.
Because that was a role that the person that was on the phone talking to you, they know that you wasn't supposed to be going back down that road. So
Exactly.
that's
And
why
that's
that's
exactly
why
how
you
I
ended
took
your
it
life.
100%.
So moving forward, this should be your last live about this. Like for real talk, this really should be your last live. Whatever information you got, keep it to yourself. If these females ain't, everybody and their mama is on Facebook. If they ain't paid attention by now, that's on them. And no, do I promote a person having a STD or whatever and passing it around? No, I do not. But at this point in time, why would you keep going down that road when it has hurt you enough. Let it go, heal, go on with your life, and whoever try to drag you down in the drama, block them. Turn the other cheek. I'm not talking about it. Leave me alone.
100.
That's all I had to say, baby.
And I 100% respect it. Like I ain't even, I'm not trying to keep this, make this a thing like then and go on for
Yeah.
days. I didn't even go on for days then about this shit. I went on there a few times about it, and I digressed. I'm not even about to keep talking about it. I don't care how long a motherfucker came on here talking about me and my shit and all of that shit going on or whatever. No matter how many lies was told, I let that shit go. And I'm on the same shit today. But I'm not gonna be no person that wants to. If somebody won't come on here and tell their story, which this is it for real. I don't care who else gets infected because it's been said. Plenty's been said. Enough has been said already. But to have conversation with Deborah and relate to her as a woman and whatever was going on, I didn't want her to feel like you out here alone. Like she wanted to tell her story. That's why I've never went on nobody's shit and told her story, because it's not my story to tell. If you want to go on somebody's shit, I can guide you the right way. I'm not gonna let you go on nobody's shit that's finna dog you. Cause that's all everybody's worried about is a motherfucker's wig and shit like that. But that's not what the concern is.
Mhm. Absolutely. And I don't feel like, you stopped your spiritual journey. I still think that you're not fully healed from some stuff. And I mean, maybe people don't agree with how you've been expressing yourself, but from what I've been hearing, there's still some healing that needs to be done internally. She's still battling some things. She's still adjusting to a new lifestyle that she's never been accustomed to before. So people aren't understanding, like, the reality of things right now.
I'm so glad you
Dimples
mentioned
is
that.
still on her spiritual journey. Ivan hasn't stopped shit. She's still doing what she need to do every day on a day to day. He's
And
not
to answer
stopping
that, hold on
shit.
though, to answer this question that's up on the screen, like if you not going through your health in private, don't speak on what I go through in private, because you're coming on here telling people what you got going on with your health, right? So why are we not clicking in that, everybody can do what the fuck they want to do? You coming on here talking about your shit and what you got to do and what you got planned and your shit going on. I'm coming on here talking about my shit.
And
That
yeah,
I wanted to ask you that. I'm sorry. Who's talking?
go ahead. No, go ahead.
That's what I was gonna ask you, Dimple. Before you even got with Ivan, was there some things that you felt like you could have been healing from before you got in a relationship with him? Because it's a such thing as a trauma bond too.
As before, as he told you, I had already been single for 6 years. I had dates and stuff, but I hadn't been in a relationship because I chose not to. My last child was out of rape, and that was my baby dad. I don't have three different, I got 3 kids, but I got two baby daddies. So my situation with that, I took a healing time with that, like 6 years. I might be chilling with a nigga going on dates and stuff, but it wasn't no relationship like I want to be with anybody. Now, like I told y'all before, in August of 22, I moved here February 2022. I went through two funerals that I had to go to, my grandmother and my brother. And then I come back to find out something's wrong with my back. I'm thinking I got sciatic nerve pain. That shit wasn't going away. They ended up having to do surgery and taking disc out of my back. So in August of 22, until, I met Ivan, I was literally on my back. So when I seen that little post like I need somebody to do my hair, all I'm thinking is get on your shit, get your money right. You gotta get back out there. Cause I was doing hair before, even while my back was fucked up. I was doing hair and going to clients and stuff and doing that shit then. I even worked in a barber shop, and nobody's knowing that my back is fucked up this whole time. I felt better standing up than sitting down. So it didn't bother me to stand all day, but it still hurt. So When I got the surgery done, I posted my chart from February of 2023. I met Ivan in May of 2023. I wasn't
Yes,
concerned
yes,
about a
yes.
man. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. Oh, I thought I was
Oh,
on mute.
I wasn't concerned about a man. I wasn't concerned about none of that. I was really concerned about my livelihood. Get back on your shit. Get back out there. You got to get your money back up. Now, it's already been told when I met Ivan, I had money in my bank account. I wasn't coming to him for clout because if that was the case, when y'all didn't see me, y'all never seen me until July, right? Until
Mm-hmm.
July. I met him in May. He asked me first time I did his hair, can we go live? I said no. I used to make videos for him, like, let me make a video of me doing your hair so you could post it on your page. Not let me make a video and go and put it on my page because that wasn't my concern. Let me pause for a minute. All his tests are negative. Like I've already said, a person has already came online and said she gave him medication. So of course some stuff is going to be negative if you've already treated something. You understand that? Of
She
course
said,
it's going
yeah,
to be
all his
negative.
tests are negative. This is his HSV test negative.
Right. Y'all gotta stop saying that because we talking about
I
HSB right
mean,
now.
yeah, we talking about HSV. Did his HSV come out negative? Did he go get lab work to where it was actually drawn and shown that there's negative? What's inside his body? What's his number levels? Because that don't mean nothing. HIV, chlamydia, syphilis, and all those other things will come back negative. But HSV he has to have a primary care doctor who's gonna send him to a lab to get that type of testing done. Has he done that? That's the question in at hand.
And you've already said he came and told you personally that he didn't get it done. But you left a little part out, but it's cool. What needs
What
to
you
be
talking
said.
about? Whatever I left out, just say what because I'm not holding
Just you
anything.
told me him and Sunshine went to rapid response together. This is after she done gave
Oh
him
yeah, well he
medication.
was saying
And
that
they
he
neither
those
one of them
results
had the
came back
350.
negative.
So I don't even know if anybody else done got tested for that. I don't even
Mm.
know if anybody cares to get tested for that because once you get tested for that, you in that system. It's gonna get documented. It's gonna follow you everywhere. So you keep infecting people. That's one fear that I feel like is being put in the motherfucker's mind. Like, if I do this, do you not know when you get tested that it goes in the system, in the database? Now, say Deborah had came and later on said, I got this stuff, and this was my partner. This is who I was with. And they go in that database and say, okay, his name's already came up. He already knew. That's a crime.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's probably what he avoiding. If he know that, if he's aware of that, I'm not sure, but yeah.
And Keisha, I wasn't hurt about that shit. My daughter was 6 years old. It was 6 years that I was single. So it wasn't hurt. It was just like, meet the right person. Do this.
No,
But
I
and
don't think
but
she's
me,
saying hurt. I don't think she's saying you hurt. Here's the thing, like, and I know you say you was on your healing journey, but sometimes when we think we heal, we really not. That's why we fall for okey dokes. You
maybe
feel me?
so, but I don't even know if it was the healing that me not being healed. That's why I'm saying I'm not saying I was fully percent healed, but I wasn't hurt about the situation. I love my child. So okay, this girl is really okay. I'm not even about to. But anyways,
No, because you got to read those comments because that's the reason why we have people who are thinking there's nothing wrong because your body doesn't contract a reaction
because
from
we just
anybody.
responded to this same shit. If he treated and tested negative, how the fuck is he infected? Because he did not get tested for what he needs to get tested for.
Hey, why that's not clicking? What's wrong?
I
It's
know,
it's
you know what?
not, and it
That's
hasn't been
like the
clicking for a
cover up.
while. You
why
know,
they why is that part being covered up though?
So wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So it's safe to say that Dimples and Deborah, both of y'all have HSV too.
Well,
Wait,
Deborah,
wait, wait, wait. Hold on. I'm sorry. I was reading the comment. Hold on. What happened? What was said?
So you saying you have HSV too? You got
No.
herpes.
No.
not
Okay,
saying
so
No. I don't have
so
her.
what STD did you get?
I
She
didn't
said
take.
she
Did
had
you
a
test
reaction to
positive?
something. That
Oh,
it
she
could
had a
be
reaction.
something later because stuff
Uh-huh.
lays dormant in your body. So she has to keep going back and retest to make sure that it's not what it is and it was caught on time. Me, I didn't get that privilege, okay?
So you got you. So I'm sorry, but
Well,
so you
yeah,
got.
Me, I
yeah.
didn't get that privilege. Like
Okay,
that's just
I got you.
This
simple.
I
is
got what you're
hard.
saying.
This we talking about somebody just finding out about what they got, and now she's telling the world, y'all can't really put two and two together.
I
May
know, and I
already
said,
came
and
out
I
and
broke
said
it
it.
all down
This
at the
is
beginning
hard,
that
y'all. Like this is
probably
hard.
telling
Y'all want
me
somebody to come up here and tell y'all they personal business and beat them down about it, and they already fucked up about it. These ladies up here a little fucked up. Like, what the fuck is we
And
doing here?
I also have text messages where saying because I just felt like I would be relieved, even if I would feel like I would. I just want to give him the. I just want to give him the respect to say that I felt like he would come. I told him, I said, look, you need to go get that shit swabbed. You need to go get that shit swabbed on you. Period. Point blank. And he laughed. Like he ain't trying to talk about none of that shit. He's the only person that I know because I've only messed with him. I did not do nothing again with Sunshine nor May. That's the only two people I even knew of, before me. And the baby mama girl, but I don't personally know her, so I was never going back to talk to her. You feel me? So that's the only two people I knew of. One person that already came out. The other person ain't saying nothing. I'm telling Ivan personally, y'all don't know. Like I keep saying, y'all don't know the personal conversation that's being had. Anybody he wanna put up shit like, oh, she's trying to talk to me. She still want me. I could never want a nigga that gave me some shit like this. I could never think to double back on it. That's the least thing in my mind. But what I'm thinking in my mind is you got something on you that can get swabbed for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dimple.
So if I only know you and I can't speak to nobody else, I'm still gonna reach out. Please go get that shit swabbed. That's all it takes. It's for you to go get that shit swabbed. But it don't even matter at the end of the day. Like I keep saying, if the wife done said she had it, and if I'm fucking saying shit like that, well, I already know what the fuck. I'm gonna already assume it. Not even assume it. 100% know it.
So can we say this? I want to talk to you, Dimple, on some real shit, right? So, because people are gonna assume that you still want him, and
I
that's what
don't
they
still want
believe.
him.
And I
But
know.
what
Listen,
I
hear
do
me out.
know
Hear me out.
is
Hear me out, real quick.
go ahead.
So, if he had not have responded the way he did and showed his ass, and maybe been a little bit more endearing about the
I wouldn't
situation,
be on here. That was a
you
conversation I was
Mm-hmm.
having with him on the
Absolutely.
phone.
and
I
that
could have
and
came out first online if that's what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like ain't nobody letting that click neither.
Yeah.
Everybody say
mhm.
some clout shit, but I could have came
Mm-hmm.
out first on this bitch. I
Mm-hmm.
could have showed y'all everything I had going on. I could have did that, but I called this man not because I knew he was on live. Because even still, what is the? It don't even matter if I knew or not, but I didn't know. Like I said, if I would have known, and when he would have told everybody this crazy bitch calling, I would have cussed him out first thing and not even said shit to him. Cause I already was contemplating on telling the motherfucker anything. Cause I know how a motherfucker get down when you have serious conversations. It's just shut down. Motherfucker totally shuts down.
Mm-hmm.
So what I was getting at is if it was more endearing and things went a little different, you would have considered being with him.
No,
You
it
still
wasn't
wouldn't
it
want to
was
be with
never
him.
about being with him or coming back. It was about
Mm-hmm.
me telling this man, you got something going on with you.
Mm.
I
So
know for a
you
fact that, I'm sitting there while he's on live and people like, you ain't never been to the doctor? Nope. You ain't never been to the dentist? Nope. Like it was nothing. So I'm like talking to him off live, like, what's up? But I'm knowing how Texas is with their insurance and shit because I barely I still have to pay. I got like this woman's health card or whatever, and it gives me discounts, but I still got to pay. So I'm already knowing on his behalf, what he's going through with that part.
what?
don't really care who agrees with what anybody on the other side says, because it's just we're not even worried about why I did this and that I did, and I got fucked around, and I can acknowledge that I neglected myself. It don't matter. It happened. Who cares? Just the same way that people still hitting him up like they nobody cares. Obviously, nobody wants to believe some shit like this.
Hmm.
Okay. That's the truth. The thing is,
Y'all worried about why I mess with this man, but y'all the same bitches that be on his shit talking about you so handsome. That bitch is a liar. That bitch is it. And y'all don't know nothing that's going on for real besides sitting and watching a nigga smoke on live.
Because well, you didn't meet him like that, but because that's how I guess we could say Deborah saw him, and
mhm,
sa- and
mhm.
you know this is
And
what y'all doing.
he's a handsome man, so you're
Yeah.
going to be attracted to Ivan, and he's cool too. Once you get to know him and you start off getting to know Ivan, he is a very cool, laid back person. But once you get to know him, he do be talking. Okay, so people be like, "Oh, he's so calm, he's so mellow." No, Ivan gets to talking, and my problem with him is why does he always talk about women he's involved with and acts like he's not doing nothing? Like, what did I do? How did I do this? He be talking. If you guys listen to him, he always likes to play that victim role. So it's just time for him to stand up and take accountability for the things that he does. He handles situations completely wrong. His reaction should be different. If you gave somebody something, sympathize with that person, talk to that person, see what you've done to them. Take that time out to see what you put somebody through. You don't just sit up there and be like, man, you contracted that somewhere else. A person's not going to come to you if they haven't contracted something from you. And if you've already felt they had that, because that's always going to be the excuse everybody is saying, oh, you guys already had that before I even came in the picture. I mean, use your brain. It's common sense that he would say something. He needs to speak up and say, hey, I contracted this from you, or I got sick from you from this. He's not saying anything. Me and Dimples came to him with the reactions that was going on with our body. And no, he does not give you that good reaction that you're expecting when you're sleeping with somebody, taking showers with somebody, being close with somebody. You share this very close relationship with them, and the minute something happens, this man will act like he completely does not know you. Okay? People don't go through that. You know what I'm saying? So when anybody's saying we teaming up on Ivan, we're not teaming up on Ivan. We both shared intimate moments with him, whether it was 2 months, 3 months, 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. The closer you get to somebody, you are protective in that for that person. You are loyal to that person. And me and Dimples both, as we shared these moments with Ivan, we were loyal to him, seeing that he was going through these problems. Nobody was quick to throw him online or throw pictures online or say anything like that. It's just that Ivan becomes disrespectful when he knows that he has given you something or contracted something to you. He knows what he's doing. He's a grown man now. So whatever he's saying maybe did to him when he was younger, yeah, that might be the case, that this might be some issues that he's dealing with not having a mother figure. And I hope I'm not disrespecting anybody on any levels, but a mother figure is very important. I have a 21-year-old son, and if I didn't have these conversations with my son, he wouldn't be the person he is today. If you infect some woman or something happens to some woman, you need to be there. You need to be there with that person, be sympathetic with that person, and you need to take accountability for what you have done. You can't just act like that didn't happen and you run off. We wouldn't be here today had this man handled situations like he was supposed to. You know, this is not no bashing thing. This is really awareness for women while people are mentally in somewhere else. Like, this is a serious thing, really, truthfully. Be careful, you know? Anybody can be attracted to a man like him. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful, I wish I would have done things differently. Like I said, I'm not perfect. Maybe I should have just said, "Hey, we're together, get your test. Get it done." No, who's doing that? You know what I'm saying? And I know that's what we should do, but that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? But now, going down the line, learning your lesson, these are things that we need to do as women, honestly. We need to ask men for their panels. We need to ask men to go get tested. Do you have a doctor? Do you have a dentist? These things are important. You can get stuff contracted orally from just someone's mouth with them not taking care of their mouth. So we're here today because the person is not taking their health serious. Let's be real. We're not trying to bash anybody. Your health is important. Take it serious. And that's all I gotta say.
Period. Sorry, y'all. I had to let the baby out. Well, Dimples.
That was a lot.
What up?
Okay, just making sure you was cool. You still there. Somebody said congratulations for speaking your truth today in the comment section.
Thank you.
Shit,
Amen.
I
Both of
would
you
have been
ladies.
did this, but it
Can we
was
get
just
a little
like
appreciation?
it was just like so many people that I felt like, especially the race. I mean, the black women on here is the worst. Like I
Yeah.
know it's all races that's on here saying whatever, but it's like the black women hound another black woman the worst on here. And I've
Hmm.
seen it too often. Like even when I was good in the relationship, they yeah, she's ugly. You need to be mess. You should have did this. You should have did that. Like if my looks ain't bothering who I'm with, y'all shouldn't even be concerned with it. But instead, y'all tried to bash me because of whatever y'all felt because I looked or did or whatever the fuck they had going on. And I was just like, whatever. I let that go. It was like I was on here defending myself from all types of different people just going crazy and in on me. And I had a relationship only with one person. But it's like I started to see like I guess they opinions is influencing you because you kind of it's like you ain't got your own mindset or whatever. But if I never wanted to do this full situation because I had to say too much personal shit about both parties, me and him. So I was never trying to do that. I called him. I tried to get that shit to him, and it was just like a dead situation. I made my post out of anger, emotions, and then it was like let that shit go. And at that same time, like don't nobody know in April and May, I'm also going through trying to find somewhere else to live. I'm still in my house or whatever that I was renting, but I'm still having to find somewhere else to live. My kids is going to school and I'm just crying the whole day, just sitting and praying, like begging God, please, like why me? I did nothing but positivity for this man. And all I can understand is why the fuck me? I ain't
Mm,
never had to worry about no shit like this in my life.
mm, mm. You'll be all right, Dimples.
Hold your
You'll
head
be
You
up.
all
definitely ain't
right.
gonna get through
Exactly.
this,
Hold
baby.
your head up. Be strong. You'll be fine.
You did something good. You did something most women and other women ain't did. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the fact the way that it happened, and we all as women we work with our emotions sometimes, and they get the
Yeah,
best of us. Ain't
absolutely.
nobody there to comfort her to tell her it's gonna be okay. She was spazzing the fuck out, and the person that did it to her said, "All right,
Fuck you.
what
I
the
don't even
fuck?
know you no more. You know what I'm saying? Like the
What
moments
the
they spent
fuck?"
together weren't even, it didn't happen. She delusional. It's
I don't
crazy.
give a fuck how many mistakes it happened. She expressed it to him, and this was the results of it.
Yeah,
That's wild, y'all. Like, let's, I know everybody's wrong,
that's
but that's
sad,
why
man.
this is a lesson to do better. So the fact that they can sit up here and tell a story to help somebody, I don't give a fuck if it's one motherfucker. They did it. They did their job, and y'all blessing gonna come behind it.
Hmm.
Fuck a clout.
Yeah. Saying about no cloud. Don't nobody care about that.
Mm, mm, mm. You good, Dimples? She must have muted herself.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot,
It's a
y'all.
lot.
I don't know.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
I don't know. You know,
And
you
it,
live
and,
and you
and I'm
learn.
sure it opened the right. I'm sure it opened these lady eyes on another level that they probably weren't even considering or thinking of. But sometimes we gotta go through shit to learn shit.
Well, I'm sure
Yeah,
Dimples
we
is
do.
affected tremendously. But
Tremendously.
you know, I'm gonna say this: we are all grown women and men. You do not have to let the world know. If you're dealing with one person, or that person's body count, that person's history. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder seen what was going on this internet for years between May and I. So I don't get how people say, "Oh, I never seen it," or "Oh no, I didn't pay it no attention." Even if you wasn't looking for their lives, it somehow came up on your page, or it was in somebody's group, or somebody was streaming it. So for people to say, "Oh, I never seen it," it's hurtful what she's going through right now. It's hard, and I sympathize with her. But I'm gonna say this, ladies and gentlemen, we old enough. Keep up on your my charts. Go get tested, and stop jumping in the bed with everybody y'all meet. Give yourself a 90-day rule. Your body is a temple. Your body is sacred. Your body ain't supposed to be tampered with the way it's being tampered with. And y'all can take what I say and let it blow in one ear and out the other. I don't give a damn. But I know for a fact my chart is clean. You don't jump in the bed with every man you meet. Just because he's smiling in your face and say, "Ooh, you pretty," or "You got a fat ass," or "I want to see what that tastes like." Nigga, go take a cold shower. My heart hurts for Dimples because she got something that she'll never get rid of for the rest of her natural born life. But this is just a warning to the women. Take care of your bodies. Stop believing everything that man said. If he can't pull up his my chart for the last 30 days and show it to you, you better keep your panty drawers on.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just speaking some real truth. Every man don't deserve to see what color your drawers is if you're wearing them or not. But this shit is sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's sickening because you believe, oh, he fine. I don't give a damn. So what he fine? What his my chart look like? How about y'all go to the doctor together?
Hmm.
Stop looking at a person's look and look at them charts. Because if not, you'll be sitting up here telling your story just like Dimples. Hurt, betrayed, feeling low of the low. Am I taking somebody's sides? No. But I sympathize with her because she's a woman who is hurt. She got something she'll never get rid of again. Never. Rest of her life. If other women is on this internet that's infected, that's telling their story, okay, this is a life lesson learned. Y'all stop jumping in the bed with these men.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just, y'all too old for this shit. I'm sorry, Celeste Chalet. I know we on toxic. I hope we ain't on your page. But y'all too old for this shit. For real. Y'all too old. And then you want to sit up here and point the finger at
Yeah.
everybody. When you point the finger, you got three right back at you. So you to blame too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody needs to
All
take
these,
responsibility
yeah, all
for
these
their
side
actions.
stories, they can
100%.
go on with the side stories. Go on with if you're clout chasing, it's a bad clout. If you got making up a story, it's a bad story to make up. Because guess what? Now your name is fin to be drugged in these internet streets. While you sitting there saying, "Damn, I shouldn't have lied about this, or I shouldn't have lied about that." Just hey, wake up before it's too late. Instead of showing that man your drawers, y'all show each other y'all mind charts. If you ain't gonna show your mind charts, stay off this internet trying to bash somebody. Cause see, Dimple, she showed hers. So you're not gonna show your proof, or you're not gonna show your charts. Stay off of this here internet trying to bash somebody.
Amen.
That's all I got to say. Make me another cocktail. Cause this shit is ridiculous.
Mm.
And Dimples, hold your head up, baby. Hold your head up. You're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I feel good, Dimple.
You as well,
You
Miss
too,
Denise.
Miss Deborah.
Thank you guys. I'm
Not
sorry. I was trying to finish my homework. I didn't hear nothing that was being said. I'm sorry.
no,
But
you're
thank you
That's
guys.
all right. Well, um I think we should bring this
okay.
to an end on that note.
We
What
went,
y'all
Yeah.
think?
man, we went back.
What
Yes,
you
All
we
right. Well,
pushed
it was
5 minutes.
nice meeting you, Shalay. Thank you for your panel. I appreciate you. I appreciate the fact that you did let us tell our story. And I know people are on the internet are always going to talk about some bashing stuff and bashing that. I think it's very important for us as ladies to have these conversations. Like I said,
Mm.
nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. When you get with somebody, sometimes it's not that case where you just gonna be like, let me see your doctor chart. Let me, but this was a lesson learned to know. And yeah, we are older. I don't sleep with everybody like that. I'm very selective with who I sleep with. So just because I met somebody and was attracted to them and, happened to have an encounter with them and was with them for some months, that doesn't mean I'm sleeping with everybody or out there like that. I'm very selective with who I sleep with. And that was somebody I happened to be attracted to. So, by the grace of God, like I said, I didn't contract any herpes or anything like that. So that's a blessing, but I've found a person that I can talk to in this. Dimples is a cool person. I love talking to her. And at the end of the day, I still go about my business. I'm not best friends with nobody. I still got a life to live and I still got a family to take care of. So I'm not on this internet trying to get no clout over none of this bullshit. It's not even about that. You got to be a helper in life. I hope we can save another person who's infected because there's other people out there. So, like I said, if people misunderstand this point tonight, that's on them. Nobody's out here chasing clout. Nobody's out here bashing nobody. There's people out there infected, and I know that for a fact. So there's no way that they can say they're not, or however they're handling their body. And I'm not putting nobody down. But it was a conversation that needed to be had and needed to be put out there because the person is out here moving in a very, very nasty, dangerous way. And that's the whole point of this whole panel tonight and this whole conversation. We got somebody moving out here in a very nasty way and playing as if they're not contracted or have anything. Whatever the case may be, they want to say he tested negative. I truly don't believe that. But whatever the case may be, that is his story to tell. He don't have to put his results on this line to prove nothing. I don't have to put my results on this line to prove nothing to be on this internet. This shit don't pay my bills. I have multiple incomes. I know how to make money. Knowledge is everything. I go to school. I educate myself. I get up every day and do what I got to do. I'm not lazy out there. Like I said, I'm not perfect and I happen to fall in an attraction with somebody that wasn't good for me. Period. We move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. But that's all I gotta say. But like I said, thank you so much for your panel, Shalay. I hope one day we can have another conversation and talk about other things on a brighter note or, whatever the case may be, with
Yes,
something better to uplift each other as sisters.
Period.
and be there in people's corner, you know what I'm saying, to support them, because that's what it's really all about. You up here every day trying to get your money, you got your panel, you know, you're doing your thing. I'm gonna follow you and support you and show you love. That's
Thank,
really all it's all about, you know.
thank you, thank you. You're more than welcome to come back anytime, boo.
Thank you, I appreciate that so much, and you have a good night.
You as well.
You too, Miss Deborah.
Thank you, nice meeting you. Have a good night, ladies. Bye bye.
Same here.
Bye.
Mhm.
I didn't see Ivan in the comments. I seen him
He
at the
was in
beginning.
there.
I
He
seen him
was
at the
in there
beginning, but I
earlier.
didn't see. Yeah, I don't see him
I
now.
don't
I
think he
don't
in
know
there
if he
now.
was off and wanted the link, or if he. Well, I mean, I don't. Did he say he wanted the link? What happened, y'all?
I think they
I
said he
don't
wanted,
know.
like earlier when I tagged it, it said he wanted to come up when he got off work. So he might
Oh,
not be off work yet.
oh, he said still here, just listening to. I didn't see him.
Oh,
Ivan, would you like the link? Would you like to come up?
because
He
man,
probably still at work.
can I
I don't
say
know that
something?
man's schedule, so I just offered it.
He probably
I
work
don't know. I
all.
probably done said too much. Somebody said I was a vibe killer in the comments. I'm sorry. I speak the truth. I speak the real.
No, somebody
I
needed to
don't
hear
sugarcoat.
that.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying us on the panel. I'm saying somebody in the comments. Which that doesn't bother me. But right is right, wrong is wrong. But here's my thing. And then I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna shut up. Y'all can agree to disagree. Y'all know how we do it. I don't believe that lady.
What happened?
Hmm?
That lady that was up here, Deborah. I don't believe her. I'm sorry.
What you ain't
She
believe,
her
Michelle?
story is just it's all over the place. It's too many holes. It's she was saying one thing on TVC, then she was saying something else. Now she over here saying something else. I mean, I had all day to catch up because see I was off, so I had all day to catch up, and I done heard like two three different stories, and no ma'am, no ma'am,
Whoa, I didn't know
I
that.
no
didn't
ma'am,
catch
no
any
ma'am.
of the other panels. I don't watch her lives. I don't even know if she's a content creator. I don't know. I was just asked to let her come up. I see a lot of people in the comment section agreeing, but it's not for us to agree or
And
not
it's
agree.
not.
Like if she, you know
That's
what I
just
mean,
my personal opinion.
she might not be ready to tell her, full truth. She might not be comfortable enough to say this is what I have. This, I mean, everybody's not gonna be do what Dimples did. I mean, hell, May didn't do it for years. So I don't.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean,
Say
she got
that.
up
Say
here.
that.
She
Say
said what she
it
said. Um, she, I
again.
mean, she put herself out there. She didn't even have to get up here and say her stomach was swelling. I mean, again, that's your
Right.
personal
She didn't have
opinion.
to
This
get
is
up here and
mine.
say that she seen his mouth like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like everybody ain't ready. Everybody ain't ready. She was close.
So,
She wasn't close enough.
Whew.
all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Blicky,
And
hey my baby.
we
Hey, Pooh. Hey, ladies.
Hey, hey. I'm gonna go back on mute.
So
no.
we finna end the live. We can talk in the back though.
We been on here almost 3 hours. Lord have
Right.
mercy.
All right, y'all. Oh, Ivan coming up or not? Oh, I didn't see if he
That's what
replied.
we was like. That's what we was waiting on. My
I
friend
think
stick
he at,
y'all. Don't
is he at work? Mookie, is Ivan at work? Ivan, you at work? You on that tilt tray?
Moki, you was in the comments. You had lots to say. You're more than welcome. Matter of fact, I just dropped the
He
link
said
for something.
Ivan at
If
work.
anybody wanna come up, I thought that we would end it on this positive note, but it's more. I can go ahead and drop the link.
I am gonna say this. Ivan stay at that job. They got some dang good old benefits. And you a union worker, so stay on that job long time. Trust
Oh,
me.
he said no. He at work. Okay, well, you're more than welcome to come up and say your side when you off or whatever. Anybody else got anything they want to say or? She said positive where?
Mookie.
She said
Oh, I'm
positive where?
sorry.
Hey, and I feel
Right,
like a
she
lot of
said
positive
put a
was said.
respect. Oh, wait. She said positivity where? She like, where's the positivity?
That's what she said.
I thought it was a positive live. This
I
wasn't
thought
no
so
live to
too.
downgrade nobody. This wasn't no live
It
to
Right.
was.
promote nobody. That wasn't this type of live. They wanted a platform to tell they side, speak their truth. Well, Miss Deborah did wanted a platform to tell her side, speak her truth, and that's what happened. In the midst of that, y'all got a little tea. In the midst of that, y'all got some questions answered. In the midst of that, yeah, I mean, like I don't know what more I could do to help. I mean, I don't, I don't know. Y'all
We
got the
need an
first
interview
page of the
from
book. Thank you to the lady that sent the first page of the book. I want to say thank you.
him.
Well, I think it was a lady. It looked like a lady in the page picture, but so how we feeling about Maybe and her watching y'all
Girl,
Like a
don't
watching
cuddly
nobody
cat.
care.
And went to arguing with Cat.
Don't nobody. Right. She was over there cussing out cat. We
she
stressed May
was
out tonight.
she
May
was
stressed the fuck out over there. She
she
about to
cussed her
cuss
out quick,
everybody in the house
didn't she?
You
out.
understand when
May
I
was
say
over
I'm drunk and activated?
Uh-uh.
Period. I'm happy y'all had a funky good time. I'm happy y'all had a funky good time. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, share the live, share the love, share the vibe. If y'all not following, go ahead and hit that follow button. Join the fan bam. Catch this vibe. Make sure y'all following the pages of everybody up here. And we should be back.
See y'all next
Yeah, we'll be back
time.
because I ain't sleepy. I done took a nap.
Oh, period. So,
So I'm up.
Blicky, you
So
saying bye?
Ivan.
Did Blicky leave? What happened?
She on
Twin
mute.
up
So
here.
Ivan, when you get off work, you hit up one of them inboxes and let them know you're ready. He said thanks. No problem,
Period.
player. No problem, player.
Good
All
night,
right, y'all.
y'all.
Good night, and I'll see you later. He said he'll let us know. All right, player. Good looking. All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is. A peace out.